but I'm the youngest 60 you could be. Look, I know I'm 60, but I don't look 60. I don't feel 60, and I know my dick don't feel 60. I think John's trying to fuck. Wow, nothing gets past you, nothing gets past you. I think John's trying to fuck. Wow, nothing gets past you. I don't know. He pretty, he charming, does she have a pulse? I don't know. He pretty, he charming, is she over age? I wake up every morning with a heart on and sleep every night. I wake up every morning with a heart on and sleep every night. I'm a successful guy. Yes, those are the guns. Just do it. Watch some of my show, I wish I knew. And they were commenting how she is somehow trolling me by asking me to show my guns. Now, I don't think she is just do it. In fact, just do it. I think she is just do it. Distracted to me. Just do it. Maybe I'm wrong. Just do it. Maybe I'm wrong. Just do it. I get it. Just do it. Now, I don't think she is just do it. In fact, just do it. I think she is just do it. Distracted to me. Just do it. Maybe I'm wrong. Just do it. Maybe I'm wrong. Just do it. I get it. Just do it. I wake up every morning with a heart on and sleep every night. Sleep every night. I wake up every morning with a heart on and sleep every night. I'm a successful guy.
Hey, welcome to Looking Back at the Stuttering John podcast, where we go through every episode from 2018 to 2023. We're on the July 31st, 2018 episode where this is part 2. This was a 2-hour episode where he did an interview first with Gretchen Bonaducci, and now we're doing the second part where he has an interview with Alex Jones, at the time ex-wife, his first ex-wife, Kelly Jones. And with me is Mumbling Nick. Welcome, Mumbling Nick.
Thank you, sir. Glad to be here.
Glad to have you. I have absolutely no idea why the video didn't play for that song.
Sure.
It's just
Black videos matter. That's all. We're good.
That's right. Exactly. Black videos matter. But yeah, so I sent this to you. You didn't get a chance to listen to it, which is fine. You're going in raw on this. Yeah. The one thing that I will ask you to keep in mind while we listen to this is, at what point, go ahead and let me know at what point you realize this chick is batshit crazy.
Probably the moment she said "I do" to Alex Jones, but
well, yeah, that doesn't help.
But sure, absolutely.
But yeah, since you haven't listened to it, and we'll just do what I like to do. Oh, by the way, no, me and Nick did not have a falling out. I just like to make sure everybody knows I like to keep these evergreen. But apparently, I guess some people may have thought we may have had a falling out. We did not.
No, absolutely not. Just yeah, as we said, different time schedules weren't aligning, so that's all. That was it.
All right. So as I like to do anyway, just get right into it so that get to the thing that the people are here for.
There we go.
So we're going to go ahead and start off with his doing. Was it My Generation, which is what we ended on the last stream. So we'll start with that, and then we'll get right into Kelly.
And here's My Generation with Banned from TV.
Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4.
So we all know the Infowars host Alex Jones. We all know and despise him with every cell in our bodies. And today I am happy to have the ex-wife of Alex Jones, Kelly Jones, here with us. Kelly, how are you?
I'm great. Thank you so much for having me on.
Yeah.
And I want to do a little disclaimer really quick. I don't hate Alex Jones, but
Now, remember what she said there, Nick. She does not hate Alex Jones.
I don't like what John just did there. Like I'm no fan of Alex Jones, but I don't like the you can already tell this is just gonna be biased as fuck. Like you got probably a disgruntled wife, even though she says she doesn't hate him, but we'll see. And yeah, and then John's coming in, letting his feelings be known right off the bat. So I just don't like that sort of thing.
As I said, you have no idea how disgruntled this batshit crazy cunt is. Now, I just want to say a lot of this is going to sound like I'm defending Alex. I am not. He just recently got divorced again, and they both have restraining orders against each other. Alex Jones, probably not a great guy to live with.
Right. Yep.
Okay. Because a lot of this is going to be like I'm defending Alex Jones. I'm kind of not, but also the stuff. I mean, we'll get into it. You'll hear it. It's fucking insanity.
I understand that a lot of people are very upset with what he's done to our country.
Yes. I don't know him well enough to hate, and hate is a strong word. But we, like I told you before, we've been attacked by Michael Chernovich, and on Twitter, and he's trying to go through my tweets and try and find stuff to try and bring me down.
Once again, Michael Cernovich has never mentioned Stuttering John in any context whatsoever at all. Ever.
God, that's a Jake Hudson right there, where you name somebody who's above you that never talks about you, and you act like you're in trouble with the person. Good job.
Well, this
John.
is back when Cernovich, went after what's his name? He was. Remember when? Oh God, I can't believe I forgot his name already. The director that did Guardians of the Galaxy.
Oh, he had a weird name. Not a weird name, but his
Yeah.
I think his last name was like another word.
But yeah, anyway,
yeah,
remember when he got Me Too'd from
Yes,
past
yes.
tweets, from bad tweets? Cernovich was the one that was pushing that, and he was also going after Patton Oswalt stuff.
James Gunn.
James Gunn, right? Yeah.
Which I don't really have a job.
And John's been trying to, wedge himself into this for about the past few weeks. Here, he's been trying to wedge himself into, also going after him. James Cernovich has no idea who Stuttering John is.
Yeah, I was able to listen to like I said, I didn't get to this part, but I listened to the part I shouldn't have listened to, and John brought up James Gunn during the Bonaducci interview too, so he must be obsessed with everyone going after that fucking dude.
Yeah, I said the last few episodes of his podcast has been him trying to wedge himself into this.
I've been there, yeah.
He can get me fired from, but so we decided to go. So we decided to go on the offensive, and start digging deep into him. And unfortunately, Alex Jones also has a lot of baggage, if you will. I think you might agree with that.
Yes, it's sad. He has a narcissistic personality disorder, which is a sad thing for him because it makes him unable to have empathy for anyone and to have, real problems with connection. And that's what's really probably driving all of this attention-seeking behavior.
Yeah. Now let me ask you, just to get started here. I know you're the ex-wife, right? So you guys got divorced when in 2015?
I filed for divorce in 2013, and the divorce was final in 2015. Yep.
Yeah, and now it was you that asked for the divorce.
That's right.
And why was that?
Oh well, it's a relatively short but long story. I mean, it really is an issue of domestic abuse, and it took me years to build up the courage and the strength to be able to actually get out. I had actually filed way back in 2005 originally.
Really?
Yes.
And And then why the gap between 2005 and 2013?
Well, I mean, leaving domestic abuse, especially with a really powerful narcissist, is a very tough thing.
Yeah.
I was very controlled and isolated in our marriage, and I did try to leave repeatedly. But what happens is you get sort of sequestered into almost a cocoon of no outside contact. You know, they purposely kind of section you off from your family and friends. So I didn't have a very big support system.
Yeah.
And really, actually, I stayed because he was always threatening me. Used to do tons of videos on CPS. And he said, well, if you leave, they'll take the children from us. Well, my filing for divorce culminated, of course, with him purposefully embracing a corrupt system he knows is broken to steal the kids from me.
Oh my God! And the domestic abuse, like in what form was the abuse? Was it physical or emotional, or both?
It was both. I would say it was largely and mostly emotional, but there definitely was some physical abuse.
Like how?
I don't really go. Well, all I'll say to you guys here on air
Yeah.
is that I told the experts my Me Too story, and nobody wanted to hear it or believe it, and none of these people that were put in place really to help facilitate this, which of course they aren't. They're put in place because they're incentivized to make money off of it, but they didn't believe any of my concerns about Alex Jones. So.
These two are meant for each other.
First off, I don't know if she knows it, but she's talking to a narcissist who, yeah.
Yeah, and I also like to point out that at this time, she basically, between the divorce and basically for years up through at least 2020 that I know of, she basically shouted from the rooftops from any place that'll have her. This what she's saying here.
Yeah.
Alex did mention a couple times on his show, and he did, do some stuff that, as I said, Alex is not a saint here, but she literally was the attention-seeking one in this divorce. She basically went on everywhere. Like if we were doing a show in 2018, we could have had her on.
I'd like to have you on my podcast. I remember like first thing Alex, I can't remember the name of the TV show, but there used to be a TV show on like the History Channel or whatever, where they would like kind of go through like these like I don't want to say like myths, legends, whatever you want to call them, like in history and stuff like that. Like, is Fort Knox empty? Is there like secret messages on the fucking Statue of Liberty? All this shit, right? And they were doing one where I always forget the name of it, but that you'll probably know. That place where these rich people meet like fucking every year, and you can't.
Oh
get in there.
the what is it, the something Grove?
Yes.
Yeah, with the owls and stuff.
Yes.
Yeah, he like snuck in and took pictures or something.
So when the show was airing, he had been like one of the only people, and he wasn't like totally discredited yet. So Alex Jones was like in the episode, and he helped them get there, and like two of them got like arrested and stuff. But it's so weird seeing like he was so different back then. Like he just seemed like he just wanted to take down the elite. It wasn't like, it seemed like I would have loved the guy back then, But I don't know if like the drugs made him crazy or the power. I don't know, but yeah, he just seems so much more normal back then.
The Bohemian Grove.
Yes, Bohemian Grove. Thank you.
I remembered it just after I said it. But had to let you go. But yeah, I used to pop in on Alex. I've only really like watched Alex in like clips, like when he does something crazy, just because he's always been like this not controversial. He always liked these conspiracy theories and stuff.
Yeah.
And as you listen to this lady, you see, perfect for each other. Perfect.
Because I have children, I don't really go into a lot of the detail
I
of that.
understand.
It's already hard. Yeah, thank you.
No, I just,
By the way, he asked her several times if Alex was physically abusive to her, and
Yes.
She always swings it back to. She says, "Yes, but emotionally abusive," and then he actually, you'll hear later on. I'm going to say the answer to Alex being physically abusive to her is no.
Yeah, John even tried to I mean, to John's credit, he's not doing. This is like night and day from the Bottaducci interview. Like his
Oh yeah,
style.
John
Yeah.
actually, yeah, he actually does a really good job interviewing her on this one. Probably because he's not hitting on her the whole time.
Right. He's like, I'm not attracted to her.
Exactly. He's not trying to bang her. So.
Yeah.
Said I've been through a divorce, but I mean there was no at least with me and my ex, I never raised a hand or pushed or did anything to my ex-wife, and I mean to hear that he did things like that, that's just plain despicable, you know.
Thank you. I think the worst thing is actually the psychological abuse. And there's been studies that have been shown, there's all kinds of work that's been done on this, that the trauma that's inflicted by psychological abuse and systematic gaslighting is a lot harder to surmount.
See what I mean?
Yeah.
And anyway, anytime you want to jump in, feel free, and I'll pause it.
Thanks, man.
Yeah.
So that's something that, I'm still healing from, but I'm a lot stronger.
But now I thought I read that you guys have joint custody. No, he has the kids 100%.
Well, what you won't believe is that way back in April of 2017, after going from during our marriage being the mom and always being with the kids, and Alex was always gone, and he would even say that on his show, to losing my kids and having less time than drug dealers and prostitutes, I spent everything I had and I made it up to this jury trial, just like a marathon, made it through the trial. A jury of our peers decided for me to be primary parent. In Texas, the standard for that is that the children primarily reside with you. The other parent has maybe, every other weekend. And despite this, the judge, who had largely controlled not only the jury trial by keeping out all evidence of InfoWars, and really, I think I would have probably gotten a sole managing conservatorship ruling if it hadn't been for the judge's evidentiary bias. But not only did she do that and control the case throughout and really encourage his hostility and allow him to repeatedly file, she justified the verdict. And the verdict was based on real abuse and neglect that was shown. And it was also shown that the experts had perjured themselves. They admitted lying. They admitted destroying their files. It is really an issue of real corruption. I mean, our case was over $6 million combined to that juncture. And I tell you what, John, I'm in 4 concurrent lawsuits right now with Alex Jones, if you can believe it.
4 lawsuits, all regarding your children?
They are. If you want, I can walk through them.
Okay. In the divorce, Alex got the kids, and she got $3.8 million. And so later on, she sued for custody of the kids, and they ended up with joint custody of the kids. But Kelly was given the right to determine the child's primary residence.
Okay.
So that's the truth.
I noticed, I believe she called the judge she as well, which, so I think we may have a female judge here too, which is amazing if the female judge actually gave Alex full custody at first.
Yeah, that's was my point. I was just, I mean, we're guys, married, kids, whatever.
Yeah.
And we know people who have been divorced. And I don't think I can think of a single time where anybody I've known or even heard of in a divorce got the kids over the woman, over their ex-wife.
No, I remember a good friend of mine. I happened just to be in the take him to court, and I kind of hung out outside, but I could hear a lot of it. And yeah, he's a great guy, works hard, and the judge just didn't even want to hear it. It was brutal. The judge, not trying to be a dick, the judge was totally biased, in the female favor. So sure, it's always possible that this judge wasn't, or this judge was a Alex Jones fanatic, but who knows? But still, for a female judge to rule in favor of the man, that's very, very rare. So I'm guessing I'm guessing she has issues as well, not just Alex.
Oh yeah. Oh yes. And she even goes on, you'll hear later, where she says she was also court ordered to therapy.
Gotcha.
Yeah, sure.
so when I got the orders from this judge, they were totally unconstitutional. And I think the most significant and notable thing is that they forced specific treatment on my children and on me that was not indicated, and which is just of itself a HIPAA violation. She doesn't have a right to do that. But even, or as significantly, there were actual injunctions on my free speech. Like, she may not say these words, and injunctions that were enjoined only against me, not against Alex. So that's the first case, as the appeal up there. And I have an attorney on that. At the time that the orders were entered, which it took something like 7 months for them to actually even get entered, during which time Alex almost exclusively had the children, there was a slow build up to me being with my girls. Unfortunately, the 100% thing you're asking about is mostly about my son. I never see my son anymore, and we see, unfortunately and tragically and publicly, the trauma and horror of what that's doing to my kid.
Yeah, I've seen it.
And I don't want to just rant on here, but I can go into the rest if you like, or whatever you prefer.
No. I mean, so are you suing Alex at this point, or?
Yeah. So there's the appeal going on in the family law case. Meanwhile, he comes back in and he sues me again for child custody in the judge's court, the same judge's court, because he knows that Sebek could get transferred out of Travis County, corrupt county, and I could move it into my county, which is Hays County. So he sues me again. So I actually filed a civil liberties racketeering appeal to the federal government saying, this is my human and civil rights are being violated. And by the way, I'm so grateful to you for having me on, because I know you've got this huge platform. I mean, attorneys.
I know, I thought you. That's why I paused it.
Yeah, so huge, lady. I went on, and no one knows who the fuck I am. Yeah, massive.
And this is 2018. Okay, he's like nobody's listening.
Yeah, right.
He just a couple of months before this, he had the Trump call, where he got a huge bump, but nobody stayed around.
Right.
For
yeah.
obvious
yeah.
reasons.
It's kind of like, God, I hate to be a dick because I like the dude, but it's totally smaller thing. But Rob Saul got a big bump when he first got sober, and now like nobody's in his chat anymore. You know what I mean, type of thing. So I think like John got the stuttering John got the Trump bump, and then fucked it all up by doing nothing with it.
Yeah. Well, he was John. He kept doing the same show. Actually, if you listen back, by the way, anybody who wants to listen back to previous episodes of Looking Back, you can look back down in the description and find the playlist where you can find all these, and go ahead and lick that smash button and gently caress the subscribe if you don't mind.
Dude, my wife keeps coming. Third time she came in here to try to talk. I'm like, I'm live. She's like, oh yeah. Like, she keeps coming in and trying to talk to me. I'm like, I can't hear you. I get earbuds in.
Yeah, you should probably. Is she listening? She should probably listen to this. She'd probably be interested.
Yeah, I should tell her that. Yeah, I will.
This is actually a pretty interesting interview. This is one of the episodes of the Stuttering John podcast where I was actually interested in listening to it.
Civil liberties attorneys, ACLU. I need help. My children need help.
Well,
I'm almost to the point of appealing to the UN and to seeking asylum in another country. It's so bad.
Well, just so you know, I was represented by Michael Avenatti, and I know you've been seeking him for some counsel, so we could
Maybe you could put in a good word.
So we could certainly call him and tell him that you really need him.
Thank you.
Let me ask you something.
So, do we want to go into what Michael Avenatti's been doing since 2019?
Unbelievable. You know what else is reminding me of Michael Avenatti is, so I just brought up my wife, so I'll hit her one more time here. She I love her, but fuck, I can't think of his name. Trump's lawyer there, the one that went to jail
Cohen?
for him. What?
Cohen?
Michael Cohen. Yeah. He kind of like turned on, like, and rightfully so, but because he went to jail for Trump and everything. I think he was on the Midas Touch Network and all that shit. And I told my wife, I'm like, don't trust this fucking dude. He's just blah blah blah. Well, I don't know if it can verify it, but I heard today that he's back in Trump's graces, or going back with Trump, and the Midas Touch guys fighting him or whatever. And I'm like, I fucking told you, you can't trust these fucking people. And Michael Cohen is just he's just like the conservative side of what's his face. They're just
Avenatti?
scumbags. Avenatti, yeah. You can't trust these fucking guys. at
No,
all.
no, no.
Yeah.
But let's. Would you like me to catch you up with what Michael Avenatti's doing right now?
Yeah, I know about him going to jail, but I don't know anything after that. So yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, he's currently in a halfway house under federal. Under let's see, let me go back here. I got it right here. He's currently in federal custody in a halfway house as of April 2026. He's been in federal prison since 2020. His charges will be done in 2028 for extortion, wire fraud, and theft of $3,000 from Stormy Daniels specifically.
Shocker. This is why, like, the only reason John liked the guy is because he represented Stormy Daniels. Like, he's so fucking dumb with this shit. So fucking dumb.
Well, no, the reason why he likes him is because Avenatti's representing him with the Trump call and his being in trouble with the Trump call.
Gotcha. Yeah, that too.
Avenatti is the one helping him out with all that stuff. He's giving
no,
him
right.
advice and
Sorry, I
things,
meant to say, like, that's the only reason I think John, like, hired the guy or whatever he did because of fucking the Stormy Daniels shit. Yeah.
He's doing it for free. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, he's hiring him because Avenatti's doing it for free.
Yeah. Oh, he did it for free?
He's just sort of advising John.
Gotcha. I gotcha. Okay. Yep. That's the reason then.
But yeah, that's what Avenatti's doing these days. He's chilling at a halfway house under federal supervision.
All these clowns that go after, and you know me, man. I'm not a Trump guy, but all these guys that go after Trump, they're fucking clown. They're a clown show. Like even John's prank call. What an opportunity! Like what an opportunity! Like I'm not even saying to do anything like goofy, like Stern would do, but you could do something if you had any political knowledge. You could have like pressured him. You could have tried to get Trump to make like a fucking like a shady backroom deal while you had him on the phone. You know what I mean? And then be like, look what he did, thinking I was the senator or whatever. But instead, he just does it straight up. Like, what a fucking dud.
Yeah. I like literally could have done essentially anything else.
Right. Yeah.
In what he did.
Because Alex Jones, and look, I know he's the father of your children, but this whole thing with Sandy Hook, I mean, just to call it a hoax and that these kids were actors, I mean, he's being sued, I'm sure you know, by some of the parents of these kids, because these kids were slain, they were killed. And yet he goes on and tries to, like belittle this thing and make it like it's some kind of Hollywood, hoax. And it's so bad. I mean, while you're with him during this, or if you were, I mean, aren't you like, Alex, what are you doing?
To put a timeline on this, Alex had just been starting the suit for Sandy Hook at this time.
Okay. Gotcha.
So I think it was like early 2018, I think late 2017, 2018. So long after they've been divorced. I'd like to point that out. Also,
it's John. Oh, that's right. Yeah, she's been divorced for like 3 years at this point, at least. That's right.
Right. And I just want to throw it out there real quick. I thought Alex Jones was definitely thrown under the bus on this. The verdict was terrible. I think it was a total miscarriage of justice. What do you think?
So this one, and I have to be fair. I didn't watch the. I remember watching like highlights of the trial, but I wasn't like into the trial. But from the knowledge I had, this one really tested my First Amendment shit because I love freedom of speech. And I think Alex, as much as I don't like Alex Jones, I think he should be able to say all this fucking kooky shit he fucking says. But like to me, the school shooting, especially young little kids, was a very sensitive area. So this really, dude, I went back and forth on this so many times. You probably have trial knowledge I don't have, but I just mean the First Amendment versus. Like I try to keep ethics out of the First Amendment. I try to keep morals out of the First Amendment, and this really tested the fucking fight between freedom of speech and morality to me. If that makes
Oh
any
yeah,
sense.
absolutely. Yeah, and we could definitely do like an entire probably 4 or 5 hour show
Right.
just on Alex Jones and the shooting and all this stuff and what he said. But I just wanted to touch on it real quick, give our views, and move on.
Okay.
I
Absolutely.
I try to. I don't know if you've listened to my looking back shows. I try to not argue 2018 politics when he starts getting into it.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like I was arguing 2018 politics back in 2018.
Yeah.
I don't need to redo it in 2026. Thank you very much.
I'm with you.
Well, I mean, it's hard to talk about how horrific it is. And, a lot of the reason why I've been so outspoken beyond my case, but about issues like Sandy Hook. And you asked me earlier if I was suing Alex. I'm actually suing him to unplug InfoWars because I had a lot to do at the beginning with its creation.
All right. So what suits that she has going so far? She's suing to unplug InfoWars. She's suing for what was the other thing she's suing for?
Did she say defamation? Is that what she said?
No, no. I'll get to the end of because it's 8 years later, so all of her lawsuits against Alex have been resolved, and we'll get into that.
Sandy Hook was like the last of many horrific straws when I was like, I cannot. I distanced myself from the content involvement around, I would say, 2008 and even before, when I was pregnant with my youngest child. And as a parent, I mean, I lost my children in the court system, but they walked the earth. The horror, and I've come to know some of these people. Some of these people have actually supported me, which is incredibly humbling. I mean, I don't even have words for the horror of what I know that he's doing to these people. And you know what? Next week, there's 3 hearings in Austin, Texas that are related to Sandy Hook. There's, I think, 1 on Wednesday and 2 on Thursday, where Alex is going to actually argue that he should not have to be sued by the Sandy Hook parents because he's a journalist. He's putting these horrific anti-SLAPP lawsuits on these poor parents that have already been drugged through hell and back. And he's arguing that he's a journalist. Do you know that Alex argued in my case in 3 separate instances in our financial trial, during which I lost probably $40 to $80 million of value, and during the custody case, which was really a smokescreen, which is really the only thing I cared about and care about still, although I do want to recuperate, and I'm suing him because his disproportionate finances preclude me from being able to afford the even remotely equivalent representation. I'm currently pro se in one of my causes, which means I'm representing myself.
Oh my God.
But just wait till she gets into the money. A little bit later, she gets into the money. You're going to love it, Nick. You're going to absolutely fucking love it.
Yeah, even there was a little, unless I misunderstand what she's trying to say, a little tasteless. Like she acts like she cares so much about the Sandy Hook kids, and then she brings up the 40 to 80 million she lost in value, and it's like, all right, if that's true, that's horrific, but that has nothing to do with this. What's going on with this trial. So it's just. It's almost like she's trying to use the trial to like better herself or better her situation.
We'll continue. It gets there.
Get there.
Yeah, and I was in 2 until recently. So,
but I just gotta, I'm sorry, Kelly.
Yeah.
While he's doing this thing like Sandy Hook, aren't you saying to him, "What are you doing? What's wrong with you?"
No, they're divorced, dipshit.
Dumb fuck. Pay attention to dates.
Oh wait, no. I think the Sandy Hook thing. When did that even happen? I think it was in like 20.
So yeah. So okay,
15?
I'm trying to remember. My youngest it was probably about 2015.
Okay, so they may have.
Let me see.
Not been completely divorced yet. Oh, no, it's 2012.
2012. Holy shit! Wow.
Okay, so they weren't divorced yet.
My kid was that young. I'm trying to remember where I lived and everything when it happened and everything. Yeah. Shit.
It was December 14th, 2012.
Yeah. I do remember it was shortly before Christmas. I remember that. Yeah. Damn.
And this is a real issue because I cried when I heard about Sandy Hook. This was 2 weeks before Christmas. These poor little kids are waiting for Santa to show up, and said they get this idiot who comes in and kills them. And I have young kids, and as do you. Aren't you like? Do you pull them aside and go, "What the fuck are you doing?"
Well, I don't talk to Alex directly. There's a lot of bars between our direct communication, but every chance that I have gotten to do so, I have offered him an olive branch, and I pointed out to him that he's aware of the corruption involved in the case. Regarding the Sandy Hook stuff, I'm
only bringing 4 lawsuits against him.
I have been outspoken that he needs to make an apology. I think if he would just, fess up and own what he has done, which is these people, it's not just that he's lied about their kids, it's that he's got these deranged people that will actually go and harass these parents. And
is he aware that he's lying? Is he aware that he's lying, or he really believes this?
That's something inside his brain. What I found to be very true with Alex is that he'll believe something when it's convenient for him, and he's convicted of it, I believe, internally, until he can turn around and if it's going to affect him differently, throw that ethic or ideal out of the window. Take case in point, my free speech. I mean, he's actively, when he's begging for money, saying he's being censored and all this, he's using that money to litigate actively against my free speech, and then he's using this really, I think it's a corporately created anti-SLAPP kind of thing. So to justify his free speech, I mean, we all have free speech and everybody should be able to use it. But if you use it inappropriately, you should not have forums in which to use it that are those other than those you create. And you should definitely not be using it to defame elementary school children and their parents.
Can you decipher what she just said?
She said free speech 18 times, which I don't think she knows how free. Again, God, this kills me because I do not like Alex, but this isn't how free speech works. Like
it goes, it goes back to it. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, if I'm understanding correctly, this almost seems like a Rekieta, or sorry, not a Rekieta, an Aaron Imholt type thing where he can't say certain things about his ex. I think that's what this is, right? She just can't say certain things about Alex or something, or their kids. Like that's
she says she got an injunction. It's probably some sort of restraining order or something like that against things that she's not allowed to say.
And that's just publicly. If you want to go after him in court, you can still say it in court. So it's I don't know. She's totally lost on the free speech part, and then the rest of it was just gibberish.
Yeah, I think what she's saying exactly to your point is. Except the opposite direction. She's saying free speech is great until it hurts somebody.
Yeah. So it's not free speech, right?
So yeah, exactly. So she's trying to say, I'm all for free speech unless you say something I don't like against me.
Yeah. Unreal.
The horror of that is it's really unspeakable.
It is, as far as I'm concerned. I'm here with my producer, Royce. Do you have a question, Royce?
Hi, Kelly. How are you?
Hey, Royce.
So, first of all, I really appreciate you coming on talking. Your story is unbelievable. I'm curious to know, in the time you were together with Alex and as InfoWars was growing, were there moments where he would discuss with you, I'm going to do this, or I'm going to build this conspiracy theory to spread this hoax? Would he actively discuss these things and talk out how he was going to strategize kind of the hoax that he would put out there?
Well, when I first met Alex, I met him at Access TV. I had a show there, and I eventually worked for the station. And he had a 1-hour radio gig on KJFK, where he'd be sent out in the B suit to promotional events and stuff like that. Alex back then was different. I think he still had this unfortunate personality issue. But for many years, and I don't know if you guys know this, but my background in publicity and PR comes from the grassroots, from working for PETA, of all things. So I had a lot of experience with doing at the time what people did to get attention of the mainstream media. Back then it was just the media. There wasn't social media and stuff. So when I came in and started helping Alex, I mean, I got him on The Wire for the first time. I got him his first big guest, and I produced a show for years. And I think it was right around 9/11, right? Like I was still involved in a cursorial way with content up until around the birth of our youngest child. But around 9/11, when that happened and he came out like gangbusters, inside job, I tell the story. I went out, I was in the room with him when we first learned this happening. I mean, another unspeakable moment, right? Like you don't have words. And that evening I went out with a candle to mourn with my neighbors. And he came out like a bulldozer. What are you doing? This and that and the other, like just, really attacking me. And that's the thing I still to this day cannot really get my mind around, from here to here of it being an inside job. I think there's some little things that are unusual or I don't really comprehend it. I'm opposed. The place where I lined up with the Alex Jones, who I thought Alex Jones was, is in overreaching police actions, biometrics, wiretapping, stuff like that. And there were many times, I think, too, if you look at his content, how much it's changed, which I actually attribute to, of course, the appearance of Roger Stone very mysteriously on the Alex Jones Show and the shift from libertarianism to partisanism to alt-right to fascist, even, I would say.
I have to ask you, because now you're married to this guy. And, so I'm just going to go through his conspiracy, the top 12. That nobody died.
Okay.
That nobody died at Sandy Hook Elementary. That the U.S. government plotted the Pulse shooting in Orlando in order to pass more restrictive gun laws. That the FBI engineered the Boston Marathon bombing.
Well, Nick?
Yes, sir.
Did the FBI engineer the Boston Marathon bombing?
To my knowledge, no. I saw. Well, I wasn't at the marathon, but yeah, I saw the shit. This is.
Well, I mean, you're the Boston Marathon bombing expert.
I am the expert. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. No, they did not. That one. Alex is wrong on that one. No.
Okay.
I love how John's probably just reading some headline like top 12 fucking Alex Jones conspiracies, and he's just.
Oh, he 100% is.
Yeah.
Supreme Court Justice Antonin Scalia was murdered in order to pass more restrictive gun laws. That the FBI engineered the Boston Marathon bombing. That former Supreme Court Justice Antonin Scalia was murdered. That the mysterious black helicopters, the strike force of New World Order, once flew around Austin for the sole purpose of following motorists landing unannounced in schoolyards and dropping cedar ash all over the city. That 9/11 was an inside job planned by the U.S. government. That Lady Gaga's Super Bowl halftime performance was satanic.
That I believe.
That Bill Gates is a eugenicist and IBM is a front.
Bill Gates is a eugenicist. He's said it. But anyway, remember, this is the guy that the Sandy Hook parents were taking seriously enough to sue him for $1 gajillion.
Yeah, that's the weird part. Like, it's almost like, see, what made it suck is like obviously because I think some of them were like harassed by his fans or whatever it was. But still, I get what you're saying. Like, nobody should be taking this guy seriously. He's like, wasn't that his defense that he's like an entertainer or playing a character or something?
Yeah, and there's also, remember, thousands of people also said it was a hoax. Like all over. Like that was like a big thing for a long time.
Yeah, and where's it weird? Like I don't think 9/11's a hoax, but I think our government purposely didn't do certain shit to stop certain things. You know what I mean? I think that's like
they wouldn't do something like that. Like
right.
Like on Pearl Harbor or Bay of Pigs or anything like they'd never.
No, we don't. Yeah, we don't have a history of right.
Lusitania, they wouldn't do that.
No.
That the U.S. government controls the weather and uses it as a weapon. And he also asserted the weather weapon was behind the devastating tornado that hit Oklahoma in 2013, and that Glenn Beck is with the CIA. Now,
Glenn Beck might be with the CIA.
That would make sense.
When you're living with this guy, aren't you going, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Well, I mean, maybe differently said, but yeah, I think that he probably spoke up a lot. And that's probably a lot of the source of his great animus against me, because a narcissist like you see in Trump, they can't put up with ever being wrong, right?
Yes,
so they're just more angry and infuriated against you. And
Were you afraid to confront him? Were you afraid that he would harm you? You know,
Well,
physically?
during the marriage, yeah. I mean, I would say that so down the line, what happened with my kids that culminated in me losing them for so much time is they were really what people call alienated from me. Really, what Alex
why
is
you? Why you and not him?
Once again, divert away from the physical abuse that she said did happen.
Yeah. I see what you're saying there. Like multiple times it's come up and she changes it, or even when John pressed for specific details, she gave nothing. Absolutely nothing. So yeah. I think I'm with you on that one.
That's the thing. I'm thinking it's a big old no. Now, don't get me wrong. If Alex threatened her or did a lot of these things with her that she said, it would not surprise me at all. It wouldn't surprise me if he did maybe slap her a couple of times. That wouldn't surprise me. Did he? She wouldn't admit to it, so probably not.
Right,
if he did, probably wouldn't surprise me.
No, and I don't want to like downplay this, but it's because I don't. But it might be one of them things where he like tossed her on the bed or something, which is still wrong. But we're not talking about like pounding on her, which is why she's not giving details. You know what I mean? Something like that. I don't know.
And I'm sure the psychological thing is mostly true.
Oh, I'm sure.
As I said,
yes.
As I said, even his second marriage ended in restraining orders, mutual restraining orders. This guy is not great to live with, apparently.
No, and I think there's been like a gradual, even in just his public appearances. It's like I said, you look at Alex Jones from like fucking early 2000s till now. There's like a slow decline in almost like his sanity. It seems like.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, the whole Sandy Hook being sued for a gajillion dollars probably didn't help.
Yeah, I'm sure it sped things up there from there on. But yeah.
By the way, an update on the Sandy Hook thing, because I looked it up because I was curious. He still hasn't paid them any money.
Yeah. I figured that. While this was going, I looked because I couldn't remember how long after the shooting did he start with the conspiracies, and I guess it was just like hours afterwards he was saying it was false.
Right, and it wasn't until 2018 that they decided to sue him.
Yeah.
After the money was drying up for their media tour across the country where they were talking about their dead kids for several years and getting money for it. Once that dried up, they decided they needed to sue Alex Jones.
Interesting.
Pretty much. I mean, that's what it was. Because remember, they're going everywhere with their gun control.
Yeah, I do remember.
Stages all over the place.
I do remember that. Yep.
And I'm assuming that since they waited until 2018, only 6 years later to sue Alex Jones.
Yeah, it had to be one of two things. Either, you're right, it was either they figured, all right, let's get some money now, or had something to do with people harassing them on his behalf, or both. Could have been both. Who knows? I'm with you.
Yeah.
Because he's a professional manipulator and a brainwasher. I contend he's a cult leader. I mean, these methodologies that he uses, it's a systematic brainwashing. Now, people are isolated in their little in their houses with screens with this guy barraging them with this indoctrination.
Yeah, it's
definitely
sick. But
it's the real cult deal, is what it is.
I'm sorry, Kelly. When in your marriage, I mean, at first he must have been charming enough for you to marry him, right? I mean, you loved him, right?
I was pregnant when I got married, and I'm a person who that's.
Oh, so you did it because of your.
I hate to speak out because of my kids. I don't want to hurt their feelings, but I would not have. I don't believe I would have married him if I hadn't been pregnant, and I believe and I know I was purposely kept pregnant. So that made it really hard to leave. I was made to homeschool the children.
Wait.
Did you finally hit? Did you finally hit this chick's batshit crazy part?
Again, the last time I'll do this disclaimer. I do not like Alex Jones. But unless he's shooting sperm in her with a fucking turkey baster like in that fucking movie, I don't think anyone can intentionally keep you pregnant, lady. You're the one in charge of the birth control. Like I'm not trying to stick, but if you want to take birth control, you can take birth control. Like he has no say in it. There's two to tangle, but you have the most power when it comes to the pregnancy. So no, not
She
buying
could
those.
literally be taking birth control pills and not even tell him, and he would never know.
100. That's what I meant. Like I didn't mean to sound like like it's her responsibility. I just meant like she has the power there. Like there's if she decides to take action so she doesn't get pregnant, there ain't nothing he can do about it.
Exactly. There's like quite legitimately nothing he can do about
Yep.
it. I mean, she could even go get her tubes tied,
Yeah, that too. Absolutely.
and there's literally zero that could be done about it.
Was like my property. I still live here and it's beautiful. I live on 9 acres out in the hill country, but I mean, I have a huge rock wall and it's kind of like a Pandora's box. Like
How are you purposely kept pregnant? How does that?
I'm not going to talk about that. I'm sorry to bring it up like that, but I mean,
There you go.
You know
As I said,
what?
John's
That was a good
doing.
question. That was a good question by John. Absolutely.
I said, it's amazing how well John actually does in this interview with a chick that he doesn't want to fuck.
Yeah. We haven't even got the third input question yet.
I think you can watch Alex's shows and see.
No, I'm sorry. I'm not trying to. I'm just.
No, you guys are so nice. I just don't want to. I do have to. Like, this is embarrassing and awful for my kids, and I never would have spoken out except that it's culminated to such a point that I had we call it a come to Jesus moment or whatever it is, where I was like, my kids were so disrespectful and so awful to me that what happens is when I parent them and I correct them and give them boundaries, they use that to, extrapolate out and make up accusations that these experts have supported to say that I'm some sort of horrible parent. And they've been
so sad.
So many lies.
I feel so bad for you,
I
Kelly.
decided- Thank you.
Yeah.
So you decide, like, what I'm going to either be a parent when I'm with them, but I'm not going to just be somebody that they can, push around. Last week, my daughter told me, well, if you make me do that, I'm going to say I want to live with my dad all the time. That's not how I'm going to live, and that's not good for her. And I said, sweetheart, I love you so much, and I would do anything for you, but I have to be your mother.
Yeah, welcome to being a single divorced parent of kids.
Yeah, dude, I don't know if I'm alone in that. That's a shit thing she just did. Like, I don't know if it's true or not, but it's like she just kind of trashed her kids. Like
Oh, yeah.
that's not something she should be saying on an interview, in my opinion. Like, I don't know. It doesn't even matter. Yeah, if obviously these kids are at an age where she's still parenting them, so it's like at the time. So it's like, what are you doing? You just said that your kids. You basically said your kids are psychos, that they make shit up and threaten you. Like, again, I don't know if it's true or not, but either she's lying, which is fucking even worse, and which is possible after this forced me to be pregnant thing. Or it's true and it's still bad. It's something you talk about in the court, I guess, in the courts or with your counselors or something, but not to John Melendez.
Well, and also, when your parents are divorced and you're with the one parent and they have to be the disciplinarian, you're in your mid late teens.
Yep.
You're going to try to say some hurtful shit. And a lot of that hurtful shit is, I want to go live with dad.
Oh yeah, I'm sure pretty much every dominant parent's probably heard that because dad does the fun stuff. 100%. Yeah. Or
And
usually.
if that's
Well, yeah. And usually it's like, no, you don't want to go live with your dad.
Right.
really what you want to say and do, then I want you to know that I'm going to be here and I'm going to still hold the line and be your mama and give you boundaries to follow.
At what point in the marriage do you realize, if not in the beginning, do you realize this man is batshit crazy? Like, when do you realize that?
I think when I truly realized the depth of his mental illness, and I myself have been forced into 800 hours of court order therapy, 40 years within 2 years with experts without diagnosis.
Yeah.
Can you imagine?
Like, even, I didn't say this, but even when you stopped it beforehand, when she was saying that shit about her kids, John goes, I'm so sorry to hear that, Kelly. The way she goes, thank you. Like, it's just like, that's all she wants. She wants to be validated. She wants somebody to believe her, is like what I'm getting out of this.
Oh, yeah. As I said, at this point, she had been going around to basically anybody who would have her on telling this story. And I believe she did it for years and years after. Like, even through like 2020, she put another. In 2020, she sued Alex again uh, under. Let's see here. It was under new guidelines for COVID for like some stuff came out because of COVID with who could has like primary control of the children or something.
Gotcha.
So she sued him again.
Unreal. Yeah.
Hold on,
Again, we might have two nut jobs married each other, I think is what
Oh,
happened.
100. That's
Yeah.
kind of what I was getting at towards the beginning. Like, there's no good guy in this.
No.
There's no sane person in this marriage.
But it's been actually very strengthening. You know, people wonder how I stay so strong through this. A lot of that, I mean, I believe in God and that my faith is strong,
Yeah.
but also I have a lot of therapeutic background and involvement. So I hesitate to joke about somebody's mental illness because people with mental illness, there's so many wonderful people that I know that are mentally ill or have some sort of diagnosis that have learned to cope with it and deal with it. And that's what we need to help people with. When I really learned how, I would say, I mean, the expert that did our psychiatric evaluation, very soft pedaled everything. And he actually said, oh, if I can figure out if one of you is lying, then that's really going to change what I say here. Well, we've got how many Sandy Hook lawsuits? I mean, how much can this guy lie, right?
But
Right?
you haven't
So,
answered my
but
question.
I just-
At what
Yeah.
point did you realize that he was this crazy?
Yeah, I'm sorry for the long lead up to this final answer.
Oh.
When I really appreciated the toxicity of it.
Hear that, John? Keep trying to keep it on subject too.
Yeah,
he's
dude.
doing a bang up job on this one. That's the one thing, most amazing thing about this whole interview. John does a pretty damn good job.
You know what's funny? I'm actually glad I fucked this up and listened to the wrong pot because it's like I like hearing this fresh, but I also love how like I know how John interviewed somebody right before this, and it's like night and day.
It
Like,
is.
yeah,
And keep in mind, I'm pretty sure these are both on the same day.
Yeah, that's what it sounded like. At least that's how he advertised it. So yeah.
Yeah, where I think he did Gretchen before this, and then brought in. Actually, I think she's probably by Zoom or something because the way the audio goes in and out.
Gotcha.
So she's
Yeah.
probably by like Zoom or something, or Kelly's probably in by like Zoom or something.
Yeah,
but,
yeah.
But yeah, 100% night and day, both in the same day.
His personality, which I, as a layperson, speculate is true sociopathy or psychopathy or psychopathy or however you say that, which is just beyond the lack of empathy to cruelty, was during this process. And I had I did file collaboratively, which is a mediative type of process that you can do in Texas, because I knew he was going to be vindictive, right? I sought counseling. I pled with him to come to church with me. But when I was forced to leave into litigation, when he was still coming in and doing crazy stuff, taking my dog, taking my stuff, coming and yelling at me in front of the kids, I had to leave to litigation. And after that, I mean, he lied and to steal my children, and he laughed at me the whole time he was doing it and mocked me. And I don't think you could do anything worse,
So we'll just say 2 years in, or a year in, or just right when you.
Right when it started, right when he figured out that he could put an expert in the middle, an incentivized expert, and I've got, I'm going to actually. I hope you'll talk to me about my protest at the courthouse that led to some real change.
But I'm still not getting the answer. Was it right when you first got pregnant that you knew he was crazy, or was it years in?
Listen, I always knew he was mean, and I didn't really understand what that was. When I would not have married him if I hadn't been pregnant.
Wow. Wow. And then how many years were you married?
I was with Alex for 15 years, and we were married for 12 years.
So that can't be a happy 15 years.
I would say it really, I had a lot of joy from my family, from my children.
Yeah.
And I did have some friends back then that were, I had, my life was my kids, right? It totally just was my kids. But the marriage itself was awful.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. And you had to deal.
So, with him for 2 years before they got married?
I think it was 3. I think it was 12. Married for 12, together for 15, I think she said. So,
Yeah. So
Yeah.
3 years before they got married. So at least so she was pregnant when she got married, when they got married. So at least 2.5 years
Yeah.
before getting pregnant.
John's doing good, but losing a little credibility here. Like, he's doing great pushing her, but then he keeps like believing her. Like, oh, I'm sorry, Kelly. I'm sorry you gotta go through it. It's like, John, she's not answering your questions. That's why you gotta keep pushing her, dude. Like, I get it. You gotta placate her a little bit, but don't act like you believe everything this woman's saying, man.
Oh, he's believing everything
Yeah.
she's saying, because she's saying all the things that he wants to hear.
Yeah.
That Alex Jones is a dirtbag.
Right. This is like an interview that Susanna should be fucking doing, I think. They can talk about their husbands.
They can commiserate together.
Yeah.
Deal with it.
It's like, oh, he was an absent father and neglected his children too.
Was he an alcoholic? Oh, really? Yeah.
Yeah. Drugs and alcohol, yeah. Actually, yeah. Alex Jones and John have a lot in common.
I'm sure they do.
Except that when they got divorced, Susanna got the kids.
Yeah.
And John never fought or anything to do anything with them.
No, yeah, that part's sad. Like, just real quick, when I was on with him, he brought up his kids at one point. Like, I didn't want to talk about it. I'm like, dude, I don't want to talk about your family. Like, fuck this. Nope.
Oh, I remember that. Wasn't it something like he brought him up and you said you want to talk about it? And he's like, yeah, don't talk about my kids. Like,
Well,
I think he got like mad at you for bringing it up or something.
I think it was during, if I recall, it was during the alcoholism part where I told him he probably had a drinking problem, and he was going, give me examples of like me, whatever, how I did neglected or did things to my family as an alcoholic, and this. I'm like, John, I don't want to talk about your family. Like, just no interest, dude.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, and did he have a big ego when he got like more fame? Was he even more of a monster as he got bigger and bigger in the in the entertainment world?
Yeah, money the great magnifier, right?
Yeah.
I mean, so much worse. To the point of like, all that Charlie Sheen business was when the Waking Life it was the Scanner Darkly movie and the Charlie Sheen business were really around like the birth and early childhood of our youngest child. So when I had her, I mean, he came in, maybe drunk, I don't know, but just talking about being in this movie. Like, I had just given birth to our child and it was about that. And then later, I remember him missing her birthday because he was with Charlie Sheen, of all people. But definitely.
Do you mean he wasn't even at the bar?
First thing that popped in my mind is like, John would have done the same thing.
100%.
Go see my kid's birthday, a party with Charlie Sheen. Yeah.
I mean, Alex watches himself when he's not on air. He's watching himself on air. It's a cult of self. You're from LA, right?
Yeah.
Who's the lady in LA? Evangelique?
Boy, that sounds familiar too. Are you sure that she wasn't married to John?
I know, this shit's hilarious. That's why I love when John's agreeing with it all. It's like, dude, like Susanna could tell a very similar story, just without the lawsuits and the fucking conspiracy theories. That's about it.
That makes the billboards of herself. It was like old school, like Evangeline.
Evangeline in the pink Corvette.
Yeah, she like put up billboards of herself, and she created her whole like cult of personality for herself. I mean, if you look at Alex and InfoWars, created primarily with paid airtime, then off on to Sinclair Broadcasting and all that. But these huge multi-million-dollar studios that outshine almost probably any network studios. It's really a propaganda platform for self, and unfortunately now for fascism that he's created.
Well, the weird thing, what do you make of his listeners, of his audience? I mean, are they just as crazy as he is, or why are they listening to a guy who's making up these outlandish, theories? What's with his audience?
I mean, I think our country's in dire straits. I don't mince words. I studied World War II and have a scholarship from a museum in France about World War II. Alex was never partisan until Roger Stone appeared on the scene. And Alex got his first big break in broadcasting with the Sinclair Broadcasting syndication out of KLBJ. Yeah, KLBJ AM here in Austin. Once Roger Stone came on the scene, I sort of looked at the statistics on SemiRush, which is a sort of analytical tool you can use, and you can see the paid promo going out of InfoWars, to YouTube and all these platforms there was such a crescendo of it, right? And then, of course, Trump comes on, and then we have articles about the Alex Jones presidency. We have our president quoting Alex Jones. And right now, the nation's in a big uproar and so excited that he got some videos taken down, which I contend is actually just creating more publicity for him.
Yeah, probably.
So he can spread his tentacles out into his other pages, and he's creating his own platform. And, of course, now he's going on BitChute. He's going to come up. His goal, obviously, is to create his own YouTube platform type thing. His audience now, I'd say, is almost entirely populated with racist haters. It's hate porn. It's for people that are disturbed and has that same dark undercurrent as real Nazism to me. As people say, how did this happen? I mean, we've got people making excuses for children being thrown in jail in this country and ripped from their parents. We've got horrific things happening that the Alex Jones, at least that I met back then, would have been up in arms about, and now figuratively, right? Yeah. But and now we see what's going on. I mean, I think his audience that was once there was a time when Alex's audience met far left, far right, and real classical liberalism and libertarianism. Now we're off to neocon, neo-fascist, and it's awful.
Yeah,
awful.
It's beyond me how big he's become, and it's scary to me that there are that many crazy people that can believe this crap.
Yeah.
Thanks, man. Yeah. So, real quick, I agree with her. Not all the way, but somewhat that he has, like the old Alex I saw. Right. I think he was like more like just against the establishment, so you could team up with the far right, far left. And now he's more right wing, but I disagree with this Nazi far take she did there. Like, I remember when I think he's just more the conspiracy theory crowd, right wing conspiracy theorists. I think is what his shit is. I remember when Kanye was on, and he was doing all this Hitler shit, and fucking Alex is trying to reel him in. Like, whoa, like. Hitler wasn't a good guy.
That was the Netanyahu thing, right? With
I can't forget all the details. I just remember like Kanye was on and he went way into the Nazi shit and and Alex was literally trying to like, no, you're not saying this. You don't mean. He's like, oh yeah. He's like,
oh no, she's definitely sounding like one of these super left wing progressives. More and more as it goes on.
Yeah. So I hate that shit because like there's something there that you can say, but when you take it too far, then you lose all credibility, and no one's gonna listen to your fucking shit. So yeah.
But also, once again, it's often a difficult thing to remember when listening to these is that this is from 2018.
Right? That's true. Yeah.
This is even before COVID.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So this sort of language was just starting to get into the lexicon of progressives. Like the progressives are really starting to get rolling about this time. It's about the second year of Trump's first term.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So this is when this language really started getting adopted by the left wing.
He spews, but I mean, we could certainly try.
I mean, the crazy left progressives.
No, I know exactly what you're saying. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
All right, help you. Did you have a question, Maurice?
Yeah, a couple things, Kelly, because I do follow you on Twitter. I see you outside the courthouse. It seems like
thank you
every night. So I'd love to know about that, and then I do have a couple other questions. But tell us briefly about the courthouse, because it seems like you're out there for a multitude of reasons.
Yes, you can. A 5-minute, quick and easy.
This is not me. This is him. They just let the They just let the ads drop where they may.
It's hilarious.
And they're often right in the middle of a sentence.
Calorie burning workout. Give it a try. Come join our sweat sesh on TikTok.
I really am, and of course, one of the things that helped me survive this, other than being so convicted for my own family, was when I understood that family court corruption affects people across the nation. Everybody has the unfortunate possibility of ending in a corrupt court. The family court system is incentivized. More money passes through the family courts than all courts combined. So if you have a highly profitable or potentially profitable case for lawyers and experts, they're going to drag your case out and keep your kids in the middle as long as possible. Last week, with the YouTube and Facebook takedown for hate speech and child endangerment, I filed what is called an emergency temporary restraining order against Alex. That was not my only fact. I've had so many facts, but I haven't been able to really file a motion because this judge has unlawfully maintained jurisdiction over my case and is so biased and so incredibly grossly negligent about my children's safety.
Well, do you
so
think
I said, that's it. We're filing it. I'm sorry. You want me to stop? We're filing this thing and I'm going to get it heard. I don't care. And we filed it and she refused to even set a hearing. And she said hearing after hearing for Alex's motions. And so that day I said, I'm not leaving this courthouse until my motion is heard.
Good for you.
And so I slept in my car. I have this amazing friend that I hope one day you guys will talk to because she's awesome to talk to. Her name is Dawn Bailly. She's a mother who lost her child through the same court. And we rode all over my car. We protested. The next day, people were calling the governor. And we were in the car that night, but we were being harassed and had a lot of threatening activity happening. So we were forced to leave. I woke up on Saturday morning. I got a call from my attorney, which I can't talk about because it's privileged. But I learned that the judge for the first time had said she would, and by the way, she had previously denied, Thursday and Friday to set it at all twice. But she said, I'm going to set this motion. So we'll find out if that's really happening on Monday. But I'm going back out there, and I'm going back out there with a bunch of activist parents, and I'm going to have an RV, and I am not going to leave the courthouse until my motion is heard.
Alex is the narcissist, by the way.
Yeah, you know what's like some of these mothers she's dragging into probably are victims, and they're being suckered by this fucking lady. You know what I mean? Into like, look, I don't want to even say this, but I fucking will. It's not that hard for a woman to get a restraining order. It's easy as fuck. I'm afraid. That's it. That's all it takes.
And I would like to point out because it's okay. Go ahead, Deborah.
No, I was just gonna say I'm probably gonna regret saying this, but I had one against me a long time ago. Total bullshit. Girl was mad that I was breaking up with her to go with somebody else. Just said she was afraid. Gave me a temporary restraining order for no reason.
The emergency and temporary restraining order really easy to get, even if you're Aaron Himholt. Even if you're not a woman, just act like one. But yeah, I guess this is a good time to point out. I researched like all her like lawsuits and stuff.
Yeah.
The only lawsuits that she actually won on is the divorce and the joint custody of their children. Every single other one of her lawsuits she lost against Alex Jones.
Yeah,
none of them got traction at all.
She seems like like I said, once again, I'm glad I didn't listen to this all the way through. She's not like, she's full of shit. She's either crazy or full of shit, but she's like, she doesn't want to answer when she doesn't want to answer something. She's like, oh, that's privilege. That's my lawyer. Why the fuck do you bring it up to? Like,
I think she's both.
Yeah, could be.
Yeah, I think she's full of shit and crazy. She's crazy full of shit.
Now, next week I have my kids, so I'm gonna have Dawn talk to people if I can't be there. But people of the world and of this nation need to know that Travis County is corrupt. The judge needs to be indicted. Alex Jones needs to be indicted, and my kids need to be immediately removed and put into a safer situation with me.
Do you think that because Texas is a red state and Alex Jones is perceived as a conservative, that they're giving him the benefit of the doubt when it comes to this? Between
hey, listen, while we were going through this, of course, my judge is a Rick Perry appointee. While we were going through this, literally, I'm watching Donald Trump go on my ex-husband's show. I mean, the power differential is tremendous, and definitely political power has come into play.
Yeah.
What's interesting, and what I know from years of activism, which is just sort of what I've grown up in and been my whole life, is that one person's voice can matter. And I had coverage to what was going on, and people like Royce calling in. I don't know if you call her Royce, but people from across my Twitter feed, Alex Jones _X, they were calling and faxing the governor, and I pretty convicted that judge got a phone call.
Oh, yeah.
And everybody's very
I'm sure.
excited about it.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
I'm sure I'm sure it's because, they're going to side with him because of his, political leanings. Let me ask you, like,
Now, this is about the point where I went, oh, she's a crazy person.
Yeah, I was gonna say this is some of the shit that Trump says sometimes that John doesn't like. Like as soon as she said the judge was appointed by Rick Perry, it's like, okay, I've heard Trump go, that judge was appointed by Clinton or Obama. And then John's like, oh, what the fuck? It's like, look, are some of these judges fucking biased? Yeah, but honestly, more often than not, they're not. They're more often than not they're sticklers for they may have a certain way they rule on the law, a right-leaning way or left-leaning way, but they're not. Judges usually don't want to listen to politicians, so I'm not buying it.
And once again, it says a lot that the original divorce that Alex got the kids.
Yeah, by a female judge too in Texas.
Right.
Yep.
In Texas, says quite a bit about her. But yeah, it was kind of at this point where I went, yeah, she's a crazy person. Because at first, I don't know about any of this, I didn't look any of it up. I was just listening, and even I was kind of believing her, even though some of it I was just kind of going, really? It's like, what? It's like, nah, that doesn't sound right, or just sort of like she's embellishing for the podcast or whatever, right? And I hadn't looked up anything about her.
Yeah.
Like I didn't know that she was basically going on any show that she possibly can to say this shit at this point. Because I listened to it first and then I did the research on it.
Yeah. Yeah.
And,
she's not. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say she's not doing herself any favors here. Like she has to know, like, even though this isn't got a big audience, you have to worry. They can dig this shit up. You got to worry how you look, and if you look fucking crazy, anything you say can and will be used against you. You know what I mean? Like the judge, the defense can use it. Oh, sorry, Alex's lawyers can use this shit. And even like it's a small thing, but when she's like, she named this lady who she met through the court. I hope you guys interview her. She's great. It's like, well, she's not famous. John's not going to interview her. No one's going to interview your friend just because they're backing you up. Like that's a fucking crazy thing to fucking think, lady. Again, it's small, but it just shows like her state of mind here.
That's why I said it's at this point where she's like, oh, the judges were influenced by probably got the call from Trump.
Yeah.
Then I'm like, oh, she's a crazy person. And then you go back and listen. Like this is the second time I've listened to it. And now going back and listening to it again, it was like, yeah, her and Alex were meant for each other.
Right. Like the judge is already appointed. The judge doesn't have to kiss Trump's ass. Whatever. Whoever, if Trump even, you know what I mean? If, it had to be a federal judge. So yeah, it was probably Rick Perry judge, whatever, like she said. But yeah, like I said, I've noticed a lot of these case things. Like there are some crazy judges, but most of them aren't. Most of them, they care more about the law. They want to tell the politicians to get fucked,
But well, what I mean is that I believe they were married so long because they're both the same kind of crazy.
Well, that's why she can't answer that question that John asked a million times. Like, when did you realize he was crazy? she never gave an answer to it.
Because she never did.
Right.
because he was only maybe slightly more or less crazy than she is.
Yeah, she even changed it to like, well, I knew he was mean, some kind of, I just didn't know what it meant, like from the start. Yeah, she never even would say crazy.
Besides, you have 3 great kids, and I have 3 great kids as well.
Awesome.
Is there any was there anything ever pleasurable with this guy? I mean, was he good in bed or at least?
No comment. No comment.
There's a conspiracy theory.
I will say that.
Was there anything fun with him? Was there anything? Did he bring you flowers, or was there anything romantic at all?
Go to the county fair.
Did you ever wear the bee suit?
I didn't get to wear the beef suit. Really no. I mean, I grew up in Europe, traveled the world, and I never got to fly in an airplane one time when I was with Alex. He was involved with a woman who was an escort or a prostitute prior to the marriage that he then has now married to, and he's taken her all over the world.
Do you think he cheated on you?
I'm very convicted that he did. I speculate he did. He sure was buying Rolexes.
Convicted that he did?
Convicted. That's the second time she misused that word. Convicted.
The convinced?
Instead of convinced. Yeah, it's the second time. I didn't even say anything the first time. You probably heard it too, but I was like, because it wasn't worth just stopping it for that. But I'm like, the second time, like, come on, lady. Jesus.
And I will say, wouldn't be surprised if Alex cheats on everybody.
Yeah. And again, not to defend Alex, I bet all those fucking famous dudes cheat, or 90% of them anyway. Fuck yeah, I'm sure he cheated on her.
Yeah, I don't doubt that he cheated on the woman he was cheating on her with, and even his current wife. Mm-hmm. He's probably 3 or 4 deep on cheating on,
I'm sure.
on whoever he's currently with.
So real quick, David Ortiz, the Red Sox player. Former Red Sox player, sorry. He's married a woman out here. She's really from Wisconsin, white woman. Supposedly this great family man. Well, a friend of mine, his friend's sister was like his side piece whenever he went up to Toronto. So yeah, these guys, even if they seem like great husbands, they got side ass all over the place.
Well, they just get pussy thrown at them 24/7. What are you gonna do? Yeah. It's I've always said, like, once you get into these positions, like, why even get married?
Yeah, absolutely. Don't even bother until you're done. Yep.
That all you're going to be doing is giving a bunch of money to a chick later. Like, that's it.
Yep.
And like, you can totally afford if you have children with a bunch of chicks, you can totally afford to take care of them without having them take you for everything you got.
Right.
And you can still spend time with those kids.
Yep.
You don't got to marry them.
Nope.
That's what I said when Tiger, got caught cheating. I'm like, why was he fucking married?
A month and a half after I filed for divorce, which he never bought me a Rolex,
Oh, jeez.
So, I mean, it's very much in your face. I'm doing this to hurt you. Like, I did grow up in Europe. I lived there. My dad was a diplomat, and they were going to the countries that I lived in and countries that I wanted to take my children to. And by the way, leaving my children with nannies and in horrible situations, like where they didn't even have their own beds. But that was okay with people, just as long as I didn't have access. Excuse me. So, yeah.
I felt so bad for you because you're such a lovely woman and a beautiful woman. And it's just so sad that it's like you've been through 15 years of hell.
But what a fighter. I mean.
Yeah. I mean, God bless you for really trying to stand up to this obviously corrupt system.
15 years of self-inflicted wounds.
Thank you so much. I mean, everybody has their own trials. I was out there in my car outside the courthouse, and I was not the only person sleeping in my car. I just watched a video about 2 homeless moms and what it's like to try to get a job and raise kids as a homeless parent when you're working $12.50 an hour and you can't even get an apartment and you have to decide between clothes and food and a place to live. We all have our own challenges. It has been incredibly hard.
Keep in mind, she was sleeping in her car because she wanted to be there for a protest. She wasn't sleeping in her car because she had to.
Yeah, no, it was, and it wasn't the protest about her too, if I'm remembering this. Yes,
and the protest was about her.
But it has.
This story you're gonna love this. So I'm just gonna
strengthen me, and I feel in an odd way, not that I would have ever wanted this for myself, but it can affect change in this country for the family court system, not just for my kids, but for other kids, people I know, toddlers and stuff that are taken away by horrible monsters for money. Then that's very edifying. It makes it at least sting a lot less. It makes it have meaning.
Do you think that Alex Jones should be removed from all, media platforms? Do you think his that the way he lies about these, incidents. Do you think he should be just gone from, just like Roseanne Barr was,
Well, I think that these media platforms have legal.
That wasn't me, by the way. Was that you? Was it that motorcycle
The
you?
motorcycle, that was me. That was me.
Oh, that was you.
That was me.
Oh, okay. As I say, one of the fun things about listening to John at Royce's arcade here is listening to the things going on in the background because it is not soundproofed at all. So, like on the previous episode, if you listen closely, you can hear construction going on outside.
Yeah, that was just bad. I actually have all the windows closed, but like a whole fucking motorcycle gang just all went by at once. I was like,
Okay,
fuck.
that was pretty. I was like, I don't remember hearing that before, but that's. I always assume it's there at Royce's arcade because, as I said, if you listen closely to part one, when Gretchen is talking, she doesn't have any much to say. But if you listen closely while she's talking, she's low enough that you can hear like the beep, 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 beep in the background.
Policies that need to be followed. I am a firm believer and advocate and 100% libertarian, constitutionalist in that way. I'm very moderate and I believe everybody should live the way they want to, but I believe firm believer and advocate.
Let's bring that back a little bit. She's a libertarian?
And she named like three different things.
I think that these media platforms have legal policies that need to be followed. I am a firm believer and advocate and 100% libertarian, constitutionalist in that way. I'm very moderate and I believe everybody should live the way they want to, but I believe that we have a constitution for a reason and free speech is important, right? But if you're on a platform, the platform isn't your free speech. The platform is a platform. And if you're violating rules in place by that platform, absolutely you should be off. YouTube should have yanked Alex Jones months and months ago. I filed and got a video taken down that didn't even have any bearing on anything because he published he went on the air with his attorneys, broadcasted sealed court documents that I can't even access and presented them out of context, defamed me, put my address, which is where, my kids are part of the time, and my social security number part of it. So YouTube is covering up for him. I mean, I have this video I've done, I think on my YouTube channel or something, where I show his plaque where they're like, thank you, Alex Jones, 1 million views. I mean, he's a cash cow for them,
Well, that's...
I think she means the 1 million subscriber plaque.
Yeah. Also, like, look, lady, that's if it's a private thing, you can't really tell YouTube what to do. That's up to them. Like, unless there's like laws being broken, then I guess you can complain. But that's the whole point. They're a private business. They're a private entity. They decide what they allow and what they don't allow. Like, I don't know.
And once
not
again,
the government.
This is pre-2018 YouTube. Pre-adpocalypse YouTube.
Yeah.
Well, adpocalypse was around 2015, 2016, but this is, pre-COVID YouTube, where they're quite lenient.
Yeah, then now they won't even let the word COVID be said, I don't think. Oops.
Yeah. Hey, cut that out.
Sorry.
No, they don't care anymore now.
Oh, good.
Because of all the litigation that, hey, all these people that you kicked off for all your COVID theories that were right.
Yeah, obviously I've never been monetized, but I just remember like there was the longest time where these YouTubers just wouldn't say the word. They dance around it.
Yeah.
That disease going around that we can't say or whatever. Yeah.
Well, that's horrible. That YouTube is only going to care about it's all the bottom line, isn't it?
It should not change .org.
And by the way, even around this time, YouTube didn't give a shit how popular you were. They would take you down if you violated their terms of service.
Gotcha.
And even still now.
Fuckers.
But once again, that's the conspiracy, right? Now it's YouTube. YouTube's in on it too. Trump and YouTube.
The YouTube that John abused on his way out with all his fucking strikes. Yeah.
Yeah.
About it. I put a petition up, and I have on my website, custodywars.com, articles about how I think that Facebook and YouTube are protecting Alex Jones.
Wow.
And I do have a lot of insight into like the back.
Even in 2018, what the fuck would make anybody think that YouTube and Facebook were allies of Alex Jones, who I believe was a Trump supporter at the time, correct?
Yeah, I assume. Sounds right.
And both YouTube and Facebook were very, very anti-Trump.
Yeah, I think he's forgetting here that like a lot of big corporations have caved to Trump this second time around, but they did not do it the first time around. They were against him big time. Absolutely.
Right. So at this time in 2018, what do you think the chances are that YouTube and Facebook were really sticking up for Alex Jones?
No, it was probably the opposite.
Exactly.
If anything, 100%. Yeah.
He was probably getting warnings and strikes and all sorts of shit like crazy.
Yeah, he was probably getting whatever they call it, where you're you can't find your shit on there, ghost band or whatever. All that shit.
Yeah,
shadow band. Yeah.
Background of all of his this
Well,
media.
I got to be honest. I lied in the beginning of this interview. I do hate Alex Jones, and
He literally, the very first thing he says was, "I hate Alex Jones with every molecule of my body." And then she says, "Well, I don't hate Alex Jones."
Right.
And then he said, "Yeah, I don't hate Alex Jones either."
This fucking guy.
It like literally the first like 30 seconds.
and I'm
You're not alone.
I'm shocked that you don't hate him after hearing all this. How don't you despise this man? How don't you hate him? I mean, he's putting you through, hell. I don't get how you cannot hate him.
Because I believe in God, and my God is a God of love and forgiveness. Now, forgiving somebody doesn't mean you like them, and it doesn't mean you hang out with them. But with Alex, I look at it like this is a truly lost person. I've met all my obligations, I think, as far as reaching out, according to my faith, to make an olive branch. He's a lost person. I forgive him. I hate what he does.
Yeah.
But as the person himself, he's actually just very, very sick man.
Yeah.
But
was he like abused as a child?
His actions.
Thank you, Howard. Now John's going into his Howard Stern. Was he abused as a child? Yeah, it's like, I don't hate him. I believe in God. I've only sued him continuously for years.
And I know this is like 8 years ago, John, but ever since I've been in the Dabbleverse, John always makes fun of people who say that shit about God. You believe in God, you dumb fuck. But he's not saying.
Well, John is the king of, I really love this guy, and then just trashes him, for an hour, which is what she's been doing.
Yeah.
I think he's, I don't hate him. Here, let me trash him for an hour.
Was he abused as a child? I mean, is there?
I don't. What I do.
That's so Howard Stern. Especially, 2018 to like now, Howard Stern.
Yeah.
The try to be the therapist because he's been in therapy.
Yeah,
and what I think would be really relevant to the Sandy Hook lawsuit is sitting down. So what happened while, like, about a half a year before I filed for divorce, really, I think Alex was pushing me for divorce because behind the scenes, he and his parents were forming secretive companies, the supplement business, to divert all of our liquid, our hard assets in there, and keep it away from our general estate using the joint attorney of our business. I was 51% managing member, but they were doing all that. So the dad and the mom, really, I don't think that I have a hard time not hating them. I mean, I'm disgusted because
God or no God,
it's inheritance. They stole my children, but they stole from my children their mother and their inheritance. So,
do you have any money? Did you get any money?
Wouldn't it still be their inheritance? The kids' inheritance?
You'd think if it's, because somebody's got to get it.
Right. It's still Alex's.
Yeah, and you're right. There's nothing to inherit yet, but it's like somebody's got to get it. Yeah, it doesn't make much sense.
Well, she doesn't. I mean, nothing she said in that entire paragraph makes sense.
Women.
She likes to use a lot of big legal words that she might even know the definitions of.
And then she uses regular words incorrectly.
Yeah, then she used regular words incorrectly.
You know, in the settlement or no, or are you like, or
Okay, so
are you
what
poor?
happened? I have about a year and a half left of my promissory note, which comes in. It sounds like a lot of money.
I'm just gonna let this go for a minute. I do have to pee. I'll
Okay.
be right back.
Sounds good.
Listen to this. This is a fantastic. You'll love this, Nick.
And I'm going to tell you how much it is because it's all over the internet. It's $43,000 a month, but it's over in I think 2 or 3 years. That's all I have of my whole
Put it back a
business
little
and
bit.
everything that I've got a lot of money, and I'm going to. So
Are you poor?
I have about a year and a half left of my promissory note, which comes in. It sounds like a lot of money, and I'm going to tell you how much it is because it's all over the internet. It's $43,000 a month, but it's over in I think 2 or 3 years. That's all I have of my whole business and everything that I built. I was spending $40,000 to $100,000 a month on these attorneys, and I will have to continue to do so if the court doesn't come in and stop allowing him to vexatiously litigate. That's why I've sued him. When I got my settlement, I wasn't even paid outright, which really precluded me from being able to invest or create industry or do whatever.
Yeah.
Because he said he didn't have any money, and then he went and bought condos and even the car that I have for like his friend and Rolexes for everybody. So
Why don't you get half of everything? Huh?
I'm very wealthy. I mean, I am very wealthy, and I appreciate that. I'm not here to play poor little rich girl. But if you got a lot of money and somebody's got a lot more than the money you have, and is going to keep on litigating purposely, he's actually trying to make me homeless. I have a recording where he says that I'm going to end up in a mental institution or homeless, and he's threatening me and all this, and it's part of that lawsuit that people can read about on custodywars.com about my efforts to unplug InfoWars. But if somebody's got those disproportionate finances, if the court allows it, and they do in Travis so far, and they have to the point that I was having to be self-represented. I mean, I've got lots of other expenses.
So, from her divorce, it was $3.8 million. She's getting $43,000 a month.
Yeah.
But spending up to $100,000 a month on attorneys for the lawsuits that she brought.
Right. It's just I even did the math because she said 2 to 3 years. So the way she's been lying, I'm going to say it's 3 years, right? That she's still getting this money. And $43,000 a month for 3 years is over $1.5 million. So she's even at this point, she's got like another $1.5 million coming her way. Just don't sue.
Yeah, and here's what it comes down to. All right, so get this: she files for divorce, right? She gets the divorce. Oh no, I'll wait for a minute because there's a thing coming up, and then I'll go through this.
Even as pro se litigant or self-represent,
Yeah, lawyers are expensive.
I mean, even just copies, even just the nitty gritty of renting an office space and all that stuff really adds up. So he will devastate me. I received no alimony. I received no child support.
How?
I think I'm probably.
How is that possible?
It's called Judge Erlinda Naranjo and Travis County Court Corruption is how. I think I'm probably one of the only people in Austin that has that primary parent ruling that receives no.
I mean, I pay child support, and I don't have a freaking a 0.10% of what Alex Jones has, and I'm paying child support.
Okay, he's paying child support because his children were the custody of his children were given to his wife. She is upset about not getting alimony, but she got $3.8 million in the divorce. She's complaining she's not getting child support, yet after the divorce, Alex got the kids. She fought for joint custody of the kids. She keeps saying she has all full custody. She does not. Or she did not. I don't know what it is now, but I'm sure all the kids are 18 now, or even close to it. But she has joint custody, and now she wants child support for getting the joint custody.
Yeah, it's like John's not even paying attention to what's going on. Like he did so good at one point, but now it's like He's not paying attention to how some of the things he's asking and some of the things she's saying like aren't adding up. Like you said, yeah, the child support question's stupid because again, she didn't have custody at first, and now it's like co-custody, and yeah, it's she's getting the money she should have been getting. Granted, I don't know what Alex is worth. Maybe she should have got a higher percentage. Who the fuck knows? But she's still getting a fucking chunk of money, and she's fucking spending a ton more because it's not good enough for her. That's basically what's going on right here. She wants
exactly what's going on.
Yeah.
It's all about her trying to sue Alex for more money. And did you hear that for her pro se case? She's renting an office.
Unbelievable.
It's like, well, if you can rent an office, do you know what? You can probably find an attorney.
Yeah, this chick makes more in 2 months than I make in a year. So fuck off, lady. Jesus Christ.
Oh yeah, that too. Yeah, that too. She was getting more in a couple of months than I get in a year.
Yeah.
It's really unreal. The court has been so biased and protective of him in a way that's so just flagrantly obvious. I mean, I filed.
And yeah, so many socks says John wasn't paying child support. He denied payment for 9 months.
Yeah, right. That's when that kind of came up. I kind of like a chuckled. I was like, maybe you were. You eventually actually no, John. Yeah, I don't think you eventually paid it all. But,
it's like no, you were given child support payments that you didn't make.
Right, and I love how it's like I gotta pay it. I'm not nearly as rich. Well, John, every guy that doesn't have custody pays, no matter even if they work at McDonald's, they pay something.
Even if you don't have a job.
Right.
Recusal motion, which is saying get off the damn case, judge. I filed one recently. The higher court wouldn't even hear it. I mean, you guys, there's some real conspiratorial crap going on in my case. My appeal, the appeal on the original orders that we were talking about at the beginning, was suddenly and mysteriously sealed without proper motion right when I started camping out at the courthouse. I've had,
and it's all because they're all in his corner. They're into the right wing. I mean,
there's criminal liability in this case, and the FBI needs to investigate. Somebody represented to me that they were from the FBI locally, and we're speaking to somebody that I really believe at the AG's office does not have the true interest of the law and the people of Travis County in mind. I mean, the higher people in the FBI, please talk to me. I believe I have information relevant to the Mueller investigation in the financial side of our case, and I would like to open my files to you.
So what do you think John's going to say about this Mueller investigation?
Oh, my God.
Keep in mind, Mueller was only head of the FBI until like 2013 or something like that. Or Mueller.
Yeah.
And then he was the special investigator or whatever for the Stormy Daniels, or was it?
Right.
No, it was the Russia collusion thing, right?
Yes. It was Russia. It wasn't Stormy. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
So what do you think John's reply is going to be to her talking about the Mueller case?
I'm guessing he's going to get all excited. Can I see those documents?
Here we go.
But I beg you to intercede on behalf of the people of Travis County and my 3 beautiful children that needs to be protected from child endangerment, and to indict this judge.
What do you have on the Mueller investigation?
I would say that what I have is a history and knowledge of the workings of the business and how that structure changed over time. I also, of course, have a real personal knowledge of the history of his participation on Russia Today, his republication of 1,000+ Russia Today articles.
Is this Alex or Trump? Who are you talking about here? Alex?
It's Alex.
Yeah.
And I'm not alleged.
Trump.
The exact response as soon as I heard that. Oh, he thinks she's talking about Trump.
No, that's what. Yeah, that's what I thought he was thinking too. I'm like, because that's what it's about. But it's like, but she wouldn't have anything on Trump, John. She'd have it on fucking Alex, dude. Give me a fucking
Right, because
break.
he's not paying attention. And also, Mueller had nothing to do with any of her cases. I looked that up too.
Yeah, and even like the way she's describing it, it doesn't sound like she has any proof of anything. I have knowledge. I know how the workings. All right, you're gonna tell them things without supplying any proof, is what it sounds like. It doesn't sound like she has any documents or recordings or anything.
Oh no, she obviously doesn't.
That I know of his culpability in that case, but I certainly have a lot of personal knowledge of the man and his business practices.
So, Kelly, is that the big takeaway? What? Obviously, we want to put this video up on Twitter. The podcast will go out. But if there's just one big thing that we can leave everybody with, what is that takeaway? What do you need people to know walking away from listening to this interview?
This week is crucial for my family. The judge has set the motion for my temporary emergency restraining order, but she's not heard it. I need America to care about that this time, guys. I need the whole country. I need major media coverage, because without oversight, this judge will continue to leave my children in a dangerous situation. The merits that I have to remove my children from this man, I'm already primary parent, and the nation can see the merits, but the cause I have is much more than just the videos taken down. It's stuff that's happened in the children's personal life and just tomes of evidence that the children are in a very, very dangerous situation.
How do you mean
And
dangerous? That's what I wanted to ask you. What danger are they in? The
they're
children?
in physical danger. My son is being exposed to actual threats of attack. Alex says his life is on the line. Alex himself, he's just so unstable and so violent. I mean, I am.
Has he hit the kids?
I don't know if that's appropriate to talk about on this venue.
That'd be no.
Yeah, I don't want to get in trouble by saying he did when he didn't. Like, lady, you're saying everything else about your kids. There's no way you would have held that back. Yeah, I'm with. Look, man, I don't know if I agree with everything, but I'm with you 100% on the violence part. I'm not buying it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, that's why I made the caveat at the beginning. A lot of what I'm going to say is going to sound like I'm defending Alex Jones, and I'm not. I'm just saying this chick is fucking out of her goddamn mind.
Yeah, she said everything else about her kids. Like I said, she made them sound like psychos. Like, we all know kids are. Like, I want to be with dad, but she tried to make it sound like it was they're out to get her and fucking hurt her and stuff. But no, this is out of line. Like, hey, I give John credit for pressing the question. I mean, that is a tough question on that one. But
As I said, John actually does a really good job of this, and I know we've said it a couple of times already.
It's shocking. That's why. It's like there's a couple of times where he wasn't paying attention, and again, thinks he's talking about Trump instead of Alex. But other than that, he's done pretty well.
Yeah. And So Many Socks says, by the way, Liquid, this trip down memory lane is awesome. Thanks. Thank you, So Many Socks. If you would like to, this is a good time to state that my Looking Back series is going through all of Stuttering John's podcast from 2018 all the way to 2023. Going to be doing every single episode, God willing, every single episode in its entirety. If anybody knows anybody that wants to be a guest, I'm open for guests, obviously. There is a playlist, if you look down in the description, where they'll all be going into. They're all numbered appropriately. They're easy to find. Go ahead and enjoy the playlist. So let's continue on. We got about 15 minutes left. Well, about 12. Well, yeah, about 15 minutes left.
I don't know about that. I don't know if I should.
Well, I'm just trying to help you, Casey.
You know what I'll do? I'll say about that.
I'm just trying to help you, Casey.
Help. The answer is no, John. It doesn't fucking help. It's like you wanted to say yes. Is that what you're trying to say, John?
Say that the video that he got taken down isn't even the originating video for child endangerment.
Yeah.
And the original video is this child that's messing with people. It's an obnoxious kid, right? He's messing with people and being rude to adults. And this man finally pushes him down. Terrible, terrible video. But Alex is narrating, and he's saying, little kid comes up to me, they're not going to get pushed down. They're going to get, and he goes like that.
Oh,
and
God.
I mean,
I remember that video. Do you remember that video?
No.
With that, there was like this rest area or something. And there was like this teenage kid, probably maybe 13, 14,
Okay.
was trying to throw hands on this older guy. And he was just he was just pudgy little kid that obviously had never been told no.
Oh, is this the guy that he kind of just shoves him right at the end when he's about to go inside and the kid cries and shit?
Yeah. Well, he
yeah.
shoves him to the ground and the kid's crying and stuff. The one where every guy who saw that go, I just slapped the shit out of that little fucker.
Dude, I didn't lay a hand on any of my kids, and I was rooting for that dude to fucking toss that fucking kid. It's fucking awful.
Yeah, that's the one she's talking about there.
Okay.
That is my comment to that. I also say that his prostitute wife testified that she felt that corporal punishment was appropriate only for my youngest child, and that this woman who has no right, was laying hands on my kid. And it's
Oh
disgusting.
my God!
Unbelievable.
I am so sorry, Kelly. This just seems like a nightmare. And look, us here.
I'm not saying that he hit our kids. I'm just saying he talked about hitting our kids.
Yeah.
Or he talked about hitting other kids.
She's trying to muddy the waters here, apparently.
Yeah.
And John's just falling for it. It's bad.
The
I
Stuttering
hate
John
it.
podcast. We support you, and we will continue to go after Alex, as we will.
I'm sure Alex is scared.
That's why I hated how we started this. Like, you just start off with the bias, John. Like, everyone knows you don't like Alex, but don't show your hand. Like, let's get some information. You know what I mean? Fuck.
We're going to continue going after Alex. Alex won't know about it, but we're going to continue doing it.
Stuttering who?
The Stuttering John. You mean the guy from Howard Stern, the call screener? I can't do an Alex Jones, but
Chernovich. I mean, these people.
Cernovich. It's like, as I said, in every other episode before it started on this particular one, at the beginning, with the part that you listened to,
Yeah.
he started calling on what, Chernovich or something?
Yeah.
He 3 or 4 different ways of saying Cernovich. Now, in the previous couple of episodes where he's talking about Cernovich, he said it just fine. He said Cernovich.
Fucking Christ.
Us here at the Stuttering John podcast, we support you, and we will continue to go after Alex, as we will, Chernovich. I mean, these people really need to
Oh
be
my
taken
gosh,
down.
Chernovich, rapist around my kids? Are you kidding me?
I know.
A guy who says rape is great? Are you kidding?
Well, let me.
A guy who says what is great? I didn't hear what you said.
Rape.
Oh.
He's like a rape apologist.
Yeah.
Milo Yiannopoulos, whatever his name is a pedophile excuser. I mean, are you kidding me?
Yeah, Milo Yiannopoulos is another one that we could do whole episodes on.
No shit. Yeah. What? Hey, I haven't heard. Is he still around doing shit? Unless I know.
Yeah.
I know he turned straight, quote unquote. But I.
Well, no,
didn't
he's
hear
back.
Oh, he's back being gay again. All right.
Yeah, he's back to gay.
Okay.
Yeah, he's been around. I follow him on X, and he comes up every now and again and says some stuff. I think he's in a feud with America, with America First with Nick Fuentes now.
Oh, okay.
He used to be in with Nick Fuentes. I think he's against Nick Fuentes now. I don't know, but he's been around doing things. I see him pop up every now and again.
Yeah, I'm getting scared. I've been listening. My wife's been listening to too much Nick Fuentes lately. I'm like, what are you doing?
Yeah, don't listen to Nick.
No.
Is she hate watching?
It's a combo, dude. He's trashing Trump right now, so that's why I think she's listening to it. But I'm like, you're not gonna agree with this guy on anything else. Just don't even bother.
That's another one that I really wanted to get into before we kind of shut down Dialing of Politics. I might have to put something together for Nick Fuentes. Fuentes is an odd character,
to say the least.
Yeah, he's not somebody who's, even when he bashes Trump, you shouldn't be listening to him. Even if you agree with what he's saying, you shouldn't be listening.
Oh,
to him.
100%. Yeah. So I heard her listen real quick. She's basically like, he listed some issues, and he's like, the Democrats have been and he's shitting on the Democrats, which is good, but he's like, but even the Democrats have been America first on these issues, and Trump hasn't. So yeah, she's been listening to it. I'm like, this guy's like, I think he's a Nazi, huh? It's like, no, I know. Or a
Yeah,
wannabe Nazi. Yeah.
I don't even know if I'd call him a Nazi. He's the as PPP, People's Populist Press, from Kino Casino says, he's the child Mexican leader of the white race.
Yeah.
How do you,
Who would put kids in that environment?
Kelly? I'm just curious. How do you rationalize what's going on? Because here you're talking about Milo being, a pedophile apologist. We've got Chernovich out there trying to get people fired on the left, on the right.
See, I think they're doing the Chernovich thing on purpose.
Obviously, Alex's videos are being scrubbed. It's kind of all over the place and completely unbalanced in respect to free speech. I mean, what do you make of all that? Because here are guys like Chernovich basically condoning rape, but getting guys fired for tweets that are,
Jokes.
bad jokes. Bad jokes, but they're bad jokes.
Hey, can you give me like a couple of seconds to answer that?
Yeah, please. I would love to hear that.
When I was outside the courthouse, my phone for some reason wasn't working. Like I was trying to live tweet and I was all alone out there in my car while my friend Dawn, like a champion, came and got my truck. But I had to listen to, like, the only thing I had to do is listen to talk radio, which I haven't really done in a long time. So I put on 590 AM, which is the MS Sinclair broadcasting station here. And I heard all of these glossier versions of Alex Jones talking the Alex Jones line. I mean, we are dealing with high-level propaganda here. We are dealing with a country that's already been taken over by fascist propaganda, period. There's no way to say otherwise. And the best that we can hope for is for justice in this investigation, and people need to be out peacefully in the streets and documenting possible instigators, that he's going to say, or the other side's going to say, are violent leftists and all this and that and the other. We're in a dire situation here in America, and that's also a reason why I'm speaking up. I will not be a party to fascism coming in the door of this beautiful nation. We're really in trouble, and these platforms and the money behind them. I'm not familiar with the higher level structure. Y'all are probably a lot more knowledgeable about that than me. But it's beyond suspect.
Fun fact, they are not. Not even close to more knowledgeable than she is about anything.
Disproportionate censorship of people, like you said, just making jokes or tweeting little things. You have real people on Alex's. I mean, he said he was going to shoot Robert Mueller. Like he said, I'm going to get you, bitch, I think, excuse me, or die trying. And he but it wasn't funny what he said. He said it seriously, like shooting a gun. I mean, that is a terroristic threat. And he's still why is he not in jail?
Exactly.
FBI?
Exactly it.
Why is he not in jail? Let's not forget he threatened Congressman Schiff, called him a bad word I won't say here because I'm kind of uptight about stuff like that. But I mean, it was very hateful speech, anti-gay speech about this congressman, but he also threatened him to do it.
Was the water turning them gay?
Just the froggies.
Just the frogs. Okay.
Well, what happened?
Show your hand. I mean, we have laws in this country,
Yeah, no, I'm sorry, Kelly. We had a little dropout. Are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Oh, okay.
You see me?
Yeah, we had a dropout of your audio. The last thing you said. What was the last sentence you said? I'm sorry.
We have laws in the country.
Wait, what did John say?
Yeah, I'm here.
Oh, okay.
You see me?
Yeah, we had a dropout of your audio. The last thing you said. What was the last sentence you said?
Sentence.
I'm sorry.
We have laws in the country. We have laws in the country where you can't threaten government officials. And
I know. Look. I had the
access.
Secret Service. I had the Secret Service at my door for prank calling the president. Yet Alex Jones is threatening public officials, and the Secret Service doesn't care.
Or Ojeda.
That's true. I forgot about that.
How is that possible?
Well, it's because the state of our nation is that we're already kind of living in a fascist state. I mean, we have babies being ripped from their mama's arms and thrown into prison, going before judges without representation. Toddlers going before representing themselves in immigration court. This is our nation is broken.
You see toddlers representing themselves in immigration court?
I remember when they were. I remember that whole thing. God, I wish I could remember the details. It was bad, just not as bad as they're letting it seem to be. Fuck. Yeah, I remember they did someone even spoofed it. It was supposedly these toddlers just going against the judge, and the judge is talking to them, and these kids or whatever, they don't know what the fuck the judge was saying and shit. I don't know. It was weird.
Yeah, I mean, I don't expect you to really remember the details. I didn't
Yeah.
even look it up. And as I said, once again, you got to. It's one of those things you got to remember. This is,
Yeah, like 8 years ago at this point.
yeah, 8 years ago. So, and whatever she's talking about is probably 9 years ago.
Well, it's because our state, I mean, the state of our nation is that we're already kind of living in a fascist state.
Well, RDU 3 says that didn't happen.
Well, that's what I'm trying to remember. I'm trying to remember if it was like exaggerate. You know what I'm saying? Like I remember.
It's
I remember
probably
it being a story.
Yeah,
But,
it was probably something that got exaggerated.
That's
or
what
something like,
that's what I think it was. I think
Yeah, like
there was some shady thing with the lawyers, and it turned into toddlers standing in front of a judge by themselves or something. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Right? I mean, we have babies being ripped from their mama's arms and
And I still don't. This is like the third time she's talked about babies being ripped from their mama's arms without any explanation about what the fuck she's talking about.
No, or what it has to do with her. Yeah.
thrown into prison, going before judges without representation. Toddlers going before representing themselves in immigration court. This is our nation is broken. We need change. I know that your old attorney, Michael Avenatti, is planning a run for president. I encourage him to do so.
A few months after this, he's in federal prison.
Yeah, that aged very well. Oh boy.
He's a real leader, and I know he's too busy to take my case, but I applaud him and all he's doing. We need people like that to stand up.
I will tell you, Kelly. You know, we have Avenatti's number. Royce, please send him a text.
I will text him today.
You know, we will text him today and saying that we think he
Thank
should
you.
really pick up on this. On your case, because look, Alex Jones, and he is, as in my estimation, a monster.
Well, let's see. Alex Jones is still broadcasting and free. Avenatti is still in federal custody.
So I looked it up. According to this, it did happen, but because it says like no right to counsel because immigration proceedings are civil rather than criminal. The government is not required to appoint lawyers for minors, even though the Department of Homeland Security attorneys are present to argue for deportation. So, I don't know. Again, I don't remember all the details. I just remember it was a thing.
Yeah, also, it sounds like they were in front of the judge, but there was representation for them, or something like that.
Or like in not maybe not all cases, because it said it wasn't required by the. Yeah, I don't know. I don't want to bog down your video here.
Yeah. Maybe this is like something we can go through.
Look into another time. Yeah.
On another show.
Yeah.
Maybe dabbling in politics this Sunday at 9.
Yeah, coming back. One night
Yeah,
only.
we're coming back for a special day and time. the old one.
The old one, yeah.
And
He's a scourge on the nation. He was the person who actually ushered in this person, I think, largely with Roger Stone and this huge platform that he had already built from his Sinclair broadcasting background. And let's look at that, FBI. Where is the money coming from, really? Who's buying the supplements? Are they really selling that much supplements? Are the buyers in Russia? Who's buying them? Where's the finances coming from?
I'm glad you brought back up the supplements because I go on the site the other night and I see InfoWars supplements. And you're telling me that that's basically how they funneled money away from you was through those supplements?
Exactly. Yeah, they formed these snake oil business.
Literally.
Oh, and I want to go back to the point where you said we were talking about his parents and what happened to him. So I keep my case is not gagged because Alex broke the gag order and then the judge excused the gag after he did it.
Yeah.
It's very highly sealed, but I can talk about it, which is very liberating. Let me tell you. But during a deposition, which is a part of the discovery process, which is where you ask people questions that might be relevant to your case, Alex's father basically testified that they'll just say anything for profit. Now Alex is up in Sandy Hook arguing that he's a journalist. I think those two things really don't match up. And I think that testimony and that deposition might be valuable to the Sandy Hook litigants. I also plead right now to you and all big media, somebody else help me. I filed a motion to unseal my case. I've got hundreds of thousands of documents in this case that will show the truth of Alex Jones, but real corrupt criminal actions in Travis County. And I think will also help people like the Sandy Hook victims there's a
Spoiler alert, it wasn't.
wonderful mom, Sandy Phillips, whose daughter was killed in the Aurora shooting, who's been so supportive of me. I mean, there's people that aren't suing Alex that could because probably I speculate because he's just so damn scary, which is why, by the way, I'm getting such limited coverage. I've had articles killed in both Rolling Stone and London Guardian. I spent weeks talking to people, and Alex is quashing articles, I believe. I know he tried to quash the article in the Daily Mail about.
I'm not afraid of him. I'm not afraid of him.
John.
Without ever thinking, hey, maybe I'm the crazy one.
Jeez.
Nobody will pick up my story because I'm an insane person. But yeah, John, I'm not afraid of him.
Oh my
let's go
god, dude!
back a little
I
bit.
just had the biggest laughing, coughing fit combo ever. Oh my god, idiot!
It's just so damn scary, which is why, by the way, I'm getting such limited coverage. I've had articles killed in both Rolling Stone and London Guardian. I spent weeks talking to people, and Alex is quashing articles, I believe. I know he tried to quash the article in the Daily Mail. I'm
not afraid of him. I'm not afraid of him. Don't worry, Kelly. In fact,
yeah, me neither.
I don't fear these idiots. I
Good
don't.
for you, man. I appreciate that. That's great. Yeah, righteous. Yep.
Listen, we're gonna.
Yeah, because they don't know who he is, and they're never
Right,
going to come
no
back at
shit.
him. I don't fear them. They don't even know who I am.
I don't fear him either, John, because they don't fucking. I'm not a speck on their fucking wall, dude. Don't worry about it.
Exactly. He's like the little ant coming up and like trying to bite your shoe.
We're going to put this thing out there the best we can for you, but please keep in touch with us because this is ongoing for you. We're just a moment in your world right now, but John, it's so amazing to me that through everything that Kelly's been through, that you're so balanced.
Yeah.
Still.
Has Royce not been listening?
I know. Roy seems like the sane one in this whole thing, so I'm a little I'm a little surprised with that. Unless he's just humoring John and the guest.
He's just humoring John. He's a huge ass kisser. I mean, until they, have a falling out.
Yeah.
Because he just basically gets tired of John constantly begging him for money. But anyway, yeah, they eventually have a falling out, and Royce doesn't like John anymore. But during this, he's like, it's these same people that John always ends up hooking up with. There are all these, Howard Stern starfuckers that, just want to get close to somebody from Stern, and then they, can get close to John because, he's broke and a narcissist. So all you gotta do is go, John, I'm a great big fan. I loved your interviews. Let's work together. Let's do something. And John will be like, yeah, let's do that. Maybe I can get some money. Can you give me money?
Yeah, I don't even as we both said, John did very well during this, but Royce is still a way better speaker, and even Royce would only throw in a question here or there, but it was always like a good question. So I felt like he's holding back during this shit just to let Dummy do his fucking thing.
Well, even during, I don't know if you got any far in the Gretchen one earlier, where Royce actually ended up asking. Royce actually knew what was going on with Gretchen Bonaducci. John did not.
Yeah, right.
And Royce was the only one that was actually asking any kind of relevant questions. John was just asking about Danny's pubes. And,
Yeah. Are they fucking orange or red or whatever? Yeah. I think I heard most of it. And everything was like sexual or is he really crazy? This that, and all this stuff. He didn't care about anything of substance.
All of this, we're talking about hating and all this, and you're so balanced. It's unbelievable.
You're a strong woman, and God bless you. I mean, seriously.
Thank you. And it's because of God, I will say. I mean, I'm going to give all credit to.
Yeah, and I mean, I really feel for you. I mean, this is horrible. This is horrible what they're doing to you. It's like you're the enemy to now.
It's so horrible what they're doing to you, making you sue Alex Jones and spend all your money on the lawsuits against Alex Jones.
Yeah, look, I feel like I'm no genius, but I feel like I'm more intelligent than John, and I listen to this whole thing, and I don't even know what the fuck she's talking about. Like, I know what she's saying, and none of it is like really her being the victim. The victim part is very vague, and it's always her pressing shit. It's fucking weird.
That's what I'm saying. Like I'm not trying to defend Alex. I'm sure a lot of what she said about Alex is true.
Mm-hmm.
It's just that she keeps like saying she's the victim while also being the one constantly bringing lawsuits. And it's like she's going broke over all the lawsuits that she's bringing against Alex Jones to get money out of him.
Yeah, she's part greedy, part fucking crazy. Part stuff is what's going on here. Yeah.
Like millions of these people,
Trolls.
who are fans of this guy who's a horrible person, and now you're the victim now, and you have to hear all this garbage, right? I mean, I'm sure you get the trolls on Twitter and all this, right?
I've gotten everything from gas chamber threats to, the worst kind of comments.
I mean, I get them too, but that's only from my parents. But
gotta work that bit in from his. Gotta work the bit in from his act.
Oh my God, that was the other thing with that Gretchen shit where he's like, I don't talk about politics in my routine. I don't want to just because you've been doing the same routine. You're still doing the same routine from 2018 that you did in 2012 that you did in whatever. It never changes.
I think he started doing it in like 99 or 2000 or something like that.
Kardashians, yeah. Come on.
Same routine. Yeah, I said the same thing. If you watched the whole episode, the previous one, when he said, I don't do politics, I said, yeah, I only do relevant information from 1990.
Yeah. You guys hear about this Y2K, Y2J, whatever?
How about this Y2K? Exactly.
I'm kidding.
Wow.
No, it's just that's awful. I mean, and I'm sure Alex is happy about that.
I all I know is that he's taken great joy and made it obvious in court that he enjoys seeing me being hurt. And I think that everybody who's been present to witness that, him laughing and mocking and shaking his head at me and like I'm some ridiculous woman as I've been gaslit by all these people. And a gaslight that
can't imagine how Alex is so upset about her, constantly fucking suing him.
Oh, shit.
shines on not only me, but countless others in Travis County Court. I can testify, I can't testify, I speculate that he enjoys that, yes. I know that his defamation has encouraged it. I think the fact that he says that I'm Jewish, when I have one relative that was my grandfather who was Jewish, and I'm proud of that, but I'm a Christian believer, but he's got all these neo-Nazis that follow him. I think that was purposeful and intentional, put me in a dangerous position.
Wow.
But he's, bullies are bullies. And if we don't stand up to bullies, what is there? I'm not going to be bullied. I'm not going to let my family be bullied. I'm not going to let the kids of Travis County be bullied. I'm going to stand up to him because I'm not afraid of him either.
All right. Well,
good for you.
Well, thanks so much for coming on, Kelly. We'll check back in with you, and this will be up on Twitter, and the podcast will be up soon, right?
Yeah.
Hey, you guys come visit my RV out there in front of the Travis County Courthouse. We're setting up like a command center. Come have some coffee. Bring friends, and let's talk about what's going on in the Travis County Court.
All right, thanks.
CustodyWars.com.
Custody Wars, hey, come on. Give us one real embarrassing thing about Alex Jones before we go that we could laugh
I think she gave
about.
us like 20.
No. like, does he have a small penis?
I'm not going to talk about.
I don't think.
Comments.
I think you can tell that by watching the guy on his show.
No, because he seems like a guy with all that much bravado and anger, just like Trump. He must have a tiny penis.
Like a guy revving an engine to a red light.
No comment, but I will tell you that he calls his mother my.
Okay, so I looked at. First off, had to get back to how big's his harg?
He's fascinated with that fucking question. Doesn't matter who's on. Jesus.
And I went to custodywars.com.
Yeah.
Just to check it out. And literally all my blockers and scripts just went insane and said, yeah, no.
I'm glad I didn't try it then. Jesus.
It's blocking everything. It's 3 checkers, ads, and more. There's like, yeah, this is a bad site. Do not go to custodywars.com.
Jesus Christ. You're going to get some fucking malware in there.
Yeah, it wouldn't even load the page. It just blocked everything. So it's either nothing but one big ad.
Yeah. Yeah.
or something's totally wrong with it. Anyway.
You know what
Brave
kills me?
browser, by the way.
It's-
Nick, Brave browser.
Oh, never heard of it. Someone's been telling me about that for like over a year.
Yeah, somebody. You should listen to that guy. He sounds smart.
Well, yeah, I actually might be using it soon because I usually use my work laptop, and I'm gonna have to switch to my regular laptop as soon as I turn this baby in on Friday. So I'll try it out. I usually use my work one, so I don't like fucking with it. But
Yeah,
I'll use my old one.
I did the same thing at work. Like I use Brave browser everywhere, but I didn't at work because
Right. Yeah.
they had their own security suite that they had already set up.
Oh yeah, the company I work for goes crazy. I can't even go in the Gmail anymore. Private email at work. It's fucking crazy. You can go in the Facebook, YouTube, and X, but you can't go in the Gmail. It's fucking hilarious.
That kind of sucks. Well, that's what your phone's for.
Yeah, it's fine, but yeah. And I was just gonna say real quick, fucking John, like as great as John did, and as crazy as this chick is, she's trying to be serious throughout this whole thing, and John still throws in the fucking hog question at the end, even though she's talking about saving children and stuff. He's unreal.
Of course. You think John was actually paying attention to any of this?
No.
I almost think that thinking about it actually now, because John doesn't pay attention to anything. I think these may have been Royce questions.
Could have been.
I think Royce may have been passing them papers.
Yeah, especially since it's like there's no video and this is like pre-recorded. Yeah, could be.
Well, I think they did have video because they're talking
Okay.
about it going up on Twitter.
Gotcha.
But I think they're doing
that's
like
right,
a
that's
Zoom
right.
call. I
Yeah.
think they're doing. I don't know if she's actually there. Gretchen, I believe, was actually in studio, but I don't think Kelly is.
Yeah, no, you were right.
Because
Her
the audio
was
is just
awful.
Because
It was.
because of those audio issues that she had.
Yeah.
Ow, and like pats her body in weird places. So I think that's pretty embarrassing.
My sow.
Like a cow?
My sow, like she's the mother's sow pig. I don't know what it means. It's disturbing. It's pretty weird.
Wow. All right.
Well, there you go. See, I told you we get one more embarrassing thing.
You get it.
Yeah.
Thanks so much, Kelly. You've been great. I love you, and you're a beautiful woman, and thank you so much.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate the opportunity. You guys are awesome. Thank you for caring about my family.
Okay, take care.
Keep fighting, Kelly.
I will. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
All right.
All right. I'm going to ask you this question in the remaining minute left. How bad does John need to get to the pub?
Oh, so he's gonna rush right through this, right? All right, let's do it.
Yeah, I'm going to. After this is done, I'm going to listen to this, and I want to ask you, how bad does John need to get to the pub?
Okay.
Because this is probably about 3 hours that they've been doing this.
He's
on
fucking
this day.
jonesing.
It was awesome. Man, Alex Jones is a crazy piece of shit, isn't he?
It's unbelievable the amount of information that this woman has, and the mainstream media will not pick up on it.
I know, but thank you, Kelly Jones, for doing the show. Also, let me say thank you to Gretchen Bonaducci. Oh, I would love to sleep with her.
She was quite the guest.
I mean, I would love to sleep with either one of them.
You know what's amazing is that both of these women are basically have said that religion kept them in their relationships far longer than they wanted.
I know.
And both appear to have given their husbands great success. I don't
Yes.
think they would have achieved what they did in life without these women.
The women behind the men.
Gretchen Bonaducci married Danny well after he was on the Partridge Family.
Yeah, and the reason his reality show was so successful is because he was a mess. So
Yeah.
it's not like, yeah.
I don't think she had anything to do with it. Well,
No, I'm not blaming her,
did-
but she's not
Yeah,
helping.
she did get it rolling. She did get the reality show rolling.
Gotcha.
Another indictment against religion.
Another indictment against religion.
But anyway, look, we do have a show, hopefully coming up soon, a TV show called Poking the Bear. So if you go to pokethebeartv.com, give us anything you want me to help solve. You got a politician screwing you. If you got somebody, even if it's your DWP, your power company, some injustice being done, get Stuttering John on it. Go to pokethebeartv.com and tell us your story, and maybe you'll be part of the TV show. We had a great show. Thank you, Royce. Thank you, Don. And thank you, everyone, for listening. And that's it. Thanks for listening to Stuttering John Podcast. Gigi.
The Stuttering John podcast is recorded live in high-fidelity stereo sound and can be heard on iTunes, but you knew that already. Hey, what are you doing later? Can I call you? What's your number?
So how badly did John need to get to the pub?
Yeah, he's fucking jonesing. He's jonesing. He's like Granny. They gotta fucking, they need it or they start shaking, man. Fucking Christ.
So that was John's interview with Kelly Jones. What do you think?
It was good. Like, okay, I was. It's the first I heard of the woman, like heard her speak, so that I
Same.
recall. So it was interesting to. Yeah, I had very similar thoughts as you. That went into it thinking I'd probably agree with this woman, and probably do agree with some of it. But she definitely has a vendetta. She's definitely fucking out there. She's definitely not doing herself any favors. And I was surprised at how well John did for the most part. I mean, he had some John moments in there, but overall, yeah, I was surprised. It was a big 180 from the first interview with Bonaducci there.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I thought the same thing when I was listening to it. This is like, honestly, I don't normally listen to the whole thing. Any of these, I don't listen.
Yeah.
I kind of scrub around to see what the topics are going to be, so I can put it on the title.
Mm-hmm.
Just to sort of see what's up. I got transcripts of it and stuff like that. I just sort of skim it. But these two, I actually listened to the whole damn thing on both of them because the first one was just so cringe.
Yeah.
And this one was actually interesting just to hear John actually conduct a decent interview.
Yeah, it's one of the he pushed when he needed to push, and he asked he asked the right follow-up questions, which is, yeah, now I think about it, Royce must have helped him out if he was getting the follow-up questions right. Yeah,
because he obviously wasn't paying attention.
No, because certain things he would say, like he doesn't know who she's talking about at times, and at times she's the stuff with the kids, and it's like, well, John, she doesn't have custody of the kids, so why the fuck should she get child support at that point and all this stuff? Yeah, he wasn't listening. Classic John.
Yeah. Anyway, so let's go ahead and wrap this up. Nick, got anything coming up on OG Mumbling Nick channel this Sunday?
Yes, this Sunday evening, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, at OG Mumbling Nick on YouTube. Liquid Cryptid will be my guest. My old co-host will be back for one night as we do dabbling in politics on. It's going to be on the main ice shooting, and it might even compare it to the ones in Minnesota and stuff like that. But yeah, we're going to focus on the main ice shooting, and I believe we'll have a third person, Jacob Waters. I believe will be joining us as well. So
that'd be fantastic.
And Jacob, as Liquid knows, he's in the Illinois area, and he goes to Chicago ice protests all the time to just document them. So he's got some good insight on this stuff.
Yeah, so go check out the OG Mumbling Nick channel. And he doesn't only just do politics, he also discusses mini beefs.
But I'm not getting in them yet.
Yeah. And he's also great for keeping up with any Jake Hudson news.
Yes, I have an issue. I am Jake Hudson obsessed. I apologize.
Yeah, so if you want to keep up with, Jake Hudson news without actually watching Jake Hudson, the couple of times a month that Nick actually does a stream to talk about the latest nonsense that Jake is into.
He said something the other day. He was like, because I guess his, Krishan bought him StreamYard for a month, and now it's expired. And he's like, starts a stream off. You probably noticed I'm on the free version of StreamYard. And he pauses and he goes, It cost of living's too high. It just costs too much to live right now. I'm like, Jake, you live for free, bro. I get it. You don't have much, but you live for free. You're good.
Yeah. So yeah, everybody go and check out at OG Mumbling Nick. Thanks for coming on.
Thanks for having me, brother.
I thought of you when I texted you and telling you to ask, making sure I wouldn't slight you the other day, and then after our little conversation there in DMs, I was like, "Hey, wait a second. Do you know who'd be perfect for the Alex Jones to be a guest for the Alex Jones interview or the Kelly Jones interview?" Yeah, the only other person I know in the Dabbleverse that actually knows who Alex Jones is.
It's yeah, good timing, as they say. The timing worked out. So yeah, awesome. I had fun, brother.
Yeah, but thanks for coming on. I enjoy having you, and have a great night, and we'll see you all later in the next one.
Bye, everybody.
I have no idea why it's not playing the video. But anyway,
That's
good
weird.
night.
I wake up every morning with a heart on and sleep every night. Sleep every night. I wake up every morning with a heart on and sleep every night. I'm a successful guy. Look, I know I'm 60, but I'm the youngest 60 you could be. Look, I know I'm 60, but I don't look 60. I don't feel 60, and I know my dick don't feel 60. I think John's trying to fuck. Wow, nothing gets past you, nothing gets past you. I think John's trying to fuck. Wow, nothing gets past you. I don't know. He pretty, he charming, does she have a pulse? I don't know. He pretty, he charming, is she over age? I wake up every morning with a heart on and sleep every night. Sleep every night. I wake up every morning with a heart on and sleep every night. I'm a successful guy. Yes, those are the guns. Just do it. Watch some of my show, I wish I knew. And they were commenting how she is somehow trolling me by asking me to show my guns. Now, I don't think she is just do it. In fact, just do it. I think she is just do it. Attracted to me. Just do it. Maybe I'm wrong. Just do it. Maybe I'm wrong. Just do it. I get it. Just do it. Now, I don't think she is just do it. In fact, just do it. I think she is just do it. Attracted to me. Just do it. Maybe I'm wrong. Just do it. Maybe I'm wrong. Just do it. I get it. Just do it. I wake up every morning with a heart on and sleep every night. Sleep every night. I wake up every morning with a heart on and sleep every night. I'm a successful guy.